credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
It's 10 o'clock, I'm Simon Morgan. Donald Trump has arrived in Parkland in Florida to meet victims of the latest school shooting in America. The FBI has admitted it did not follow up a specific tip-off about the suspected gunman Nicholas Cruz. 17 students and teachers were shot dead. Classmate Jacqueline Corrin was asked to tutor him in maths.
I went to go to his classroom and he just proceeded to call me incredibly perfect words that I haven't even ever heard of for no reason when I was just trying to help him. And so I went back to my teacher and I reported him for bullying, and here he is 5 years later,
13 Russians have been charged with interfering in the 2016 US presidential election. They're accused of using bogus social media postings and adverts to sway political opinion. It's understood a convicted serial killer has confessed to the murder of a British woman in France 27.
Is chat on tonight? Did I have chat on?
Parish from Gloucestershire was found dead in a
Maybe
river
I didn't.
in Auxerre in
ever heard of for no reason when I was just trying to help him. And so I went back to my teacher and I reported him for bullying, and here he is 5 years later,
13 Russians have been charged with interfering in the 2016 US presidential election. They're accused of using bogus social media postings and adverts to sway political opinion. It's understood a convicted serial killer has confessed to the murder of a British woman in France 27 years ago. Joanna Parish from Gloucestershire was found dead in a river in Auxerre in 1990. The 20-year-old had been raped and strangled. The German Chancellor thinks any Brexit deal should strike a balance to ensure the UK diverges from the single market, but keeps close economic ties too. Angela Merkel's been speaking after meeting Theresa May in Berlin.
First of all, let me say I'm not frustrated, just curious how the UK envisages this partnership. We are on the way to developing a vision of what Brexit would look like, and therefore look forward to Britain setting out its own vision.
The Prime Minister says he wants a Brexit deal.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways.
03444991000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome to. It's Friday and we're all feeling a bit, a little bit, This is Iain Lee. This is the late night alternative. So I'm just, I'm just trying to load up a game on my Spectrum. Hang on a second. Here we go. There we go. That's it. Just loading up a game on the old Specky. There we go. Okay. 03444991000 is the telephone number. I've just put my Spectrum in to play with, Catherine. I hope you don't mind. 03444991000 is the telephone number. Yes, Zach?
Hello?
Hello, Zach?
How are you?
Sorry?
How are you?
Tired.
Well, clearly it's Friday.
You called...
There's a really loud ringing for some reason.
There's what?
There's a really loud ringing.
Are you on speakerphone?
No.
Okay. There's nothing our end. It sounds fine our end.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'll just have to call. I'll call back next week.
No, do it now.
Oh, I can't, because it's really, really...
Well, it doesn't... We can't hear it, so can you not work through it?
I don't know.
We can't hear anything, so if you just plough on.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say one thing. I went really bad.
Uh-huh.
But this is really good.
Go on, carry on. We can't hear it, Zach, so you just carry on, Zach. We can't hear anything.
I feel like you're doing this on purpose or something. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd really want the start of my last show of the week to be this anticlimactic on purpose, Zach. Yeah, I'm sabotaging it. You're right.
Fine. Currently staring Donald Trump in the face on a card.
Yep.
Because there's a card on the ceiling with a birthday card for my mum.
Uh-huh.
This is ridiculous.
Zach, go on. Zach?
Well, I'm going on a helicopter ride tomorrow.
Your hiccups went tomorrow?
I'm going on a helicopter ride tomorrow.
That's fantastic news. Thanks very much for calling. 03444991000 is the telephone number. I couldn't hear anything. So it's Friday night. The week has come to an end. I tell you what annoys me. I tell you who annoys me. I tell you to whom annoys me. I'll tell you to whom annoys me. It is people who do not hit reply all in emails when it's obvious, when there has been an email chain and there is more than one recipient to the emails, and then some people sort of break off into little subgroups. All you got to do is hit reply. If you hit reply, and it can be sent to more than one person, options will be reply all. Right? So if the option reply all comes up, then I suggest you hit it.
Can I tell you what really annoys me?
Go on, Catherine.
When people reply all when a decision has not been made on dates. Here's a little heads up for everyone who keeps replying all with me in a chain.
Yes.
I'm just going to not read anything until the last one when you've made your mind up, and then I'll join in.
Here's the thing. When dates are being arranged among multiples of people...
Two of whom are sitting next to each other.
The third was not... So the conversation has to be had in an open public forum.
Why?
Person A threw some dates down. Person B responded with 4 dates were laid down by person A.
Yes.
Person B responded with, I can't do these two, I can do these two. Person A then narrowed it down to 1 date out of those 2.
Yeah.
Person C then replies to person A, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, because person
What is the point of that?
was sitting next to person C. You said that there was 1 date. This is how you do it. Cass, can you do the 7th?
No.
Yes, I can.
You weren't
We
there.
can do the 7th. The end.
No, I'm not replying for you.
Why?
I'm not
You're sitting next to me.
Because of 100 years of female emancipation. That is why. How
was your day?
Yeah, oh, man. I recorded a podcast today with foul-mouthed comedian Brian Gittins.
Good.
It may have been the biggest mistake of my year. I hosted a quiz show called Mental, but this may have been the biggest mistake of my career. I wandered in and he was wearing a pink curly wig. Now, the name Brian Gittins, thankfully, will mean very, very little to the majority of the people listening at home. And well done you. I don't know when it's being released. I urge you not to listen to it. I urge you not to get involved with it, because it really is, it is beneath me. It is beneath me, and it is beneath you, dear listener. So I did that. I've got a feeling I'm hoping I've left all of my computer leads at home, but I've got a feeling my computer leads and my headphone might have been stolen by someone. That would be annoying.
What, by Gittins?
By someone. I leave my bag open. What I'm trying to say is, all in all, I haven't really got any mojo for tonight's show. I've got no mojo. I think we've had 4 days of blistering radiophonic output. 12 hours of top draw, top notch, top shelf. No, not top shelf, but certainly, it's been good. So what I'm saying is, can I not have an off day? Can Friday just not be a little bit off? Huh? Guys? I don't really know where to go. I'm devoid of inspiration. If only there was a birthday boy on the line who could give me some inspiration.
Ian!
Happy birthday, Nobber!
Thank you!
Yep. Are you at the comedy club?
We're on a break at the moment.
Oh, who have you seen so far?
Kay Kurd.
Yep.
Who's a Kurdish guy.
Stephen Kurdish guy?
No, yeah, the Kurd. And the compere was a Geordie.
Oh, blimey! They've let them loose with a microphone.
Yeah.
Anyone, and this is always the important question. Anyone that's been on the telly?
No.
Oh.
Not like you, Ian.
Not like me.
In the jungle.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, television is a way that we measure people's artistic success, and it shouldn't be, because the best stuff isn't on TV. What's the funniest joke you've heard tonight?
There was one about ISIS. ISIS for ASOS.
Oh, confusing ISIS with ASOS. I like that. That's good, that. The ASOS are the catalogue company, aren't they?
What's an online shopping site?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good. It's catalogues, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's funny. I like that. They're clever. Yeah. They're clever, these comedians, what they can do with words and scenarios and things, aren't they?
And we had a heckle.
Oh, go on. What happens? I like this.
Some guy said, "Here comes the comedian."
Oh. What? When they... What? That's not a heckle. That's audio description for the blind.
But the response to a heckle, you probably need the dump button for this one.
Say it and I'll dump it.
You know, that's what you get for slapping your penis on your balls.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We may need the dump. I don't think I understood it. That's what you get for slopping your old penis on your balls?
Yeah.
I don't know. By the way, we're coming from a marketplace in Toronto. Just have a listen.
Good evening, Canada.
Because it's like I don't know, it's like lunchtime or something. I've lost my watch. Bored of that idea already. Bored of that halfway through yesterday's show. But we're in Toronto, and that's what you get for slopping your penis on your balls. Penis on your balls.
Yeah, it's called Mexico. I'm not sure.
I like it. I'm going to use that one.
Nice one.
No.
My commission's 10%.
Okay. Well, you're stealing other people's jokes, Alan, so if anything, I'm going to report you to the joke police.
You wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Well, have a lovely birthday, Alan!
Thank you!
Get drunk and do mischievous things. 03444991000. We're coming live from Toronto Market. This is what it sounds like. Okay, that's that.
Torontians.
Yep. It's a mojo-less show, Joe-less. So, with that in mind, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Intelligent, organic entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
No more chasing payments. No more having to manually match transactions and invoices. And no more losing customers at online checkouts. In store, on the move, online, and over the phone. Sage takes the pain out of payments. Accounting, payroll, and payments. Sage Business Cloud takes care of it all. Get started today. Visit sage.com/get started. Be Sage. Build on.
Nope. My internet is shit.
Dacia, a car company unlike others. I like that. Europe's fastest selling automotive brand. I like it. The Dacia Sandero, a What Car Award winner 6 straight years. Like that too. And it's yours from just $5,995. Very likeable. Read the glowing reviews at dacia.co.uk from our lovely customers. What's not to like? Seems more and more people are warming to the Dacia way. You'll like it too. At participating dealers only.
Brilliant from Pogba. Oh, Dele Alli on Dybala. Hazard skips past Messi. Here's Aguero. Good drive. Oh, Salah!
With BT Sport, you'll see all 5 English teams still in the UEFA Champions League. It's free for 18 months with BT Infinity, now $24.99 a month. Search BT Broadband before the 22nd of February. Be there, BT Sport.
With BT Sport on Sky, $9.99 setup, 18-month contract, then $44.99 a month. Prices may change. New customers, 30 gigabytes usage. Direct debit terms apply.
I've been thinking about car finance. You find a car, you get well excited. Then they give you the finance options. All 2 of them. That's not an option. That's rubbish.
We've sold 12 tickets.
It's time someone thought of a better way.
They have. Car Finance
24/7.
They're independent, so they can search lots of lenders to try and find you the best deal.
Right. Well, that's better.
That's carfinance247.co.uk. Car Finance 24/7 is a broker, not a lender. Representative 27.4% APR.
As a kid, it was football or I weren't interested. Didn't bode well for my grades.
It was football or I weren't. Chris Difford's coming in on Monday.
I was lost.
Bringing his guitar in.
But then I found the Navy.
Fantastic. Chris Difford, guys, we'll have it up on Periscope. We'll have some of that. That's going to be awesome.
More opportunities. I still play football weekly, but there's far more to my game now.
Concert.
I'm Nathan. Born in London, made in the Royal Navy. Start your journey. Search Made in the Royal Navy.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers, and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours. You've been trying me big time, mate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Monday, Chris Difford's coming in. Chris Difford from Squeeze is coming in to this studio with a guitar, first hour of the show, sing some songs. We'll be back, not in this studio because we're in Toronto. When we come back to London... Oh, it's a stupid idea. I should either do it or don't. He's coming in on Monday, 10 o'clock. We'll have it on Periscope. You'll be able to watch it. You'll be able to hear it. It will go out as a podcast as well. Probably release it as a vinyl LP.
Well.
And we'll take it to Edinburgh as a show. I'm thrilled. He's been really nice to me and very helpful to me recently. And, and he's just one of Britain's greatest songwriters. One of Britain's... So, here's the thing. 2 of Britain's greatest songwriters have been really helpful to me through recent traumas. Him and Andy Partridge.
About time you wrote them a song then.
Yes, isn't it? Well, do you know what, Catherine? I might just do that. Me and Kath have come up with a really dumb idea, right? We're going to try and do a TV show, online, live. We're going to try and stream a live... I've not got the idea yet. We're going to try and stream on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/rabbithole, on Sunday, June the 3rd, at around about 7 p.m, we're going to try and stream a live TV show. There'll be at least 2 cameras, hopefully 3. There'll be a live audience. There will be a guest. We've asked Adam Buxton if he can do it. So there'll be a guest. There'll be a couple of short films from me and Kath, a couple of short films from you, dear listener, and maybe some other bits and pieces we don't know yet. And it's kind of an experiment to see if technically it is possible to do it with 2 or 3 cameras on my computer and to see if people want to see it. So we're selling tickets. If you go to ticketsource. I can't remember what it is. I haven't said it for so long. ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. We've sold 12 tickets already out of 90. It's not till June the 3rd. It could be a car crash. The way I envisage the evening, it'll be very loose. First 45 minutes will be a typical Rabbit Hole podcast show. And we'll see if we can persuade our guest to be in that bit as well. And then the second half, we'll do kind of a TV show type thing. And we'll show films, and you can hopefully come along and see it, be part of the live studio audience. Or you can watch it on youtube.com/rabbithole. That's what we're going to try and do.
That's the plan. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, loads of people are saying, I don't think you can do that on a computer yet. So we'll find out. I've bought a box, so we'll find out. So you might want to get tickets to come and watch. Could be a car crash, but I've the first sentence in the blurb is be prepared to fail. This is it. We've got to keep trying out these things. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio with me, Iain Lee, and Catherine Boyle. Evening, Pete.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Pete. What you got for us?
So I just wanted some advice, really. I'm like the black sheep of the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my family are quite prim and proper and everything like that.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting for a point in our lives, I think, for something to change. And that Parson Green train failed bombing? Remember that one?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
My sister was 2 feet away from the bomber, and she was on that carriage. And
blimey.
Yeah, she was on the LBC like straight away. I listened to James O'Brien, blah blah.
Yeah.
And I got her hooked up with that.
What? So this may not be what you've called in about, but I do have to ask: is she all right? What happened?
So she got singed. So there was a massive fireball in the carriage.
Yeah.
And she got singed. And,
Hang on a second. Start now. So hang on. So let me get this right. You're saying your sister was 2 feet away from the bomb that didn't quite go off on the Parsons Green tube train?
Yeah. You know that picture that was taken with it was still on fire?
Yes.
From the outside.
Mm-hmm.
She was literally hanging on that rail, pretty much next to the guy.
Oh, man. You say she got singed. Is she okay?
Yeah, no, she's fine. But the problem with my sister is that she's a very prim and proper city girl.
Yeah.
Life has changed slightly a bit now, but me and her were very close, and we were very similar kind of people. And then she changed, went divorced and whatever, blah, blah. And my family has not accepted what has happened there, because it's very rare for a bomb to not explode that's meant to explode, you know what I mean, in a terrorist situation.
Yes.
And I've never been able to talk to her about that, because every time we've been around there for lunch or whatever, my parents live up in Yorkshire, I live down in Surrey, and she lives near Surrey. And,
what do you mean your family haven't accepted it? I don't know what you mean by that.
Because my family are very, I mean, give you a long short of it. My other sister was kidney transplant. My mother had to give her a kidney.
Yeah.
So they were in the news in South Africa a lot. We just had a lot of stuff going on in our family.
So do they not think that standing next to a bomb that didn't quite detonate, you're saying that they don't think that's a big deal?
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't accept what has happened. And I'm a private investigator, and I'm very aware of things. I've caught up before. I spoke about going on a trip to Colorado for smoking some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hang on, I'm confused. They don't accept They don't accept the conventional story that is in the press about that bomb.
Yeah.
What?
They literally do not want to talk about that, because they feel that nothing's happened, so nothing's happened.
So they are they're sweeping it under the carpet.
And I'm looking at this as an opportunity, like I say, as I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
Can I bring everyone together? Because I've done my things, blah, blah, and I don't know. I'm just looking for a way in to break back into the family, because my dad is 70, just recovered from bowel cancer. My mother is, late 60s.
So time is running out, is what to put it bluntly, for you to try and make peace.
And I think, would I regret that I didn't make peace, or would they regret? But then I kind of think...
Okay, two things, right. First of all...
If I think like that, yeah, sorry.
No, let me just interrupt it, because there's a couple of things. First of all, I'm really curious... because I must be missing something here, and it's my fault, Pete, because I'm so tired today. I'm really curious as to how you imagine you can exploit, and I use that in the purest sense of the word, how you can...
I understand it.
How you can exploit the terrorist attack to get back into your family, because I don't understand that. But in answer to your second point, this was my thinking... when I made peace with my dad, and he wasn't ill, but I'm glad I did, because he died shortly after, right?
Sure. Yeah,
if he died, I'd feel bad. He wouldn't, because he'd be dead. That's it. If he died before I'd at least attempted to make peace with him, I would have all of the baggage that I had before he died still with me and nowhere to unload it. And I'd have all of the extra baggage of him being dead to carry. So that's double baggage.
Yeah.
So your question was, if you don't make peace, who's going to feel worse, you or them? Well, if they're dead, it's going to be you.
Yeah. And everyone's going to look at me as well going, I'm the only one who's not really involved in that close family connection.
I don't know if they will. Go on.
I mean, if they need something, I'm there, but it's just one of those where I've sort of drifted out of the family. We're a very close family, you know what I mean? It's it's an old school situation. But since that Closses Green attack...
But how do you... No, so
I thought that was away from my whole family, and my dad literally recovered from his bowel cancer operation like 2 months before that, and everything was all cool. And I just thought, this is an opportunity for everyone to just go, you know what I mean? We're still all alive.
The people have cheated death.
Yeah. I think in so many ways.
Right, and okay, and that's...
But I'm quite a strong person in the family. When I'm there for Sunday lunch, I dominate the whole area and I crack the jokes and I'm the life of the party in a way, not blowing my own trumpet, but obviously I like to have a few drinks and then I crack on.
Can I make a suggestion then?
Yeah.
Next time you go for Sunday lunch, don't have anything to drink, just drink water or orange juice.
You know, I drink on the way there.
Yeah.
Just to deal with that.
Okay. Well, just try it for one. This is my suggestion.
I'm not driving.
Okay. No, that's fine.
That's cool.
My suggestion would be the next time you go for Sunday lunch, don't drink anything and don't say anything. And listen. Just try and listen. And try not to. And I know I'm guessing that you dominate and you're loud and you crack jokes to cover, I don't know, awkwardness, shame, whatever, I don't know. But try not to be that. Try not to be that person, Pete. Try and be a quiet person and listen to everyone else's stories.
Yeah, you're right.
That's one thing
I don't do.
Well, and that might be, I don't know, because we've spoken for 10 minutes. I don't know the backstory, but maybe that could be the key to unlocking things, because who knows what all your family are thinking. Maybe they're thinking, oh, brilliant, Pete's a little bit tipsy and he's telling more jokes. Or maybe they're thinking, I wish Pete would shut up and ask me, how my day was, or how, So maybe you do just go and you and stay sober, because when you've had a few drinks, it's easy to kind of lose control and get louder, and just listen and don't say anything. And maybe the most you could say, if someone tells a story and you've not quite got it, and go, well, But what happened then? And how did you feel when that happened? And then just sit back and listen.
Yeah. No, that actually makes complete sense. I've never actually tried that. Because I've always tried to deflect from it. And but now I want to do something about it. I really do, because I just feel such a big moment in our lives that could have changed our whole life.
Let me ask you a question. I bet you haven't been asked, so I'm going to... hopefully I'm not the first person to ask it, but I've got a feeling I might be. What do I want to say? How did you feel, and how do you feel, knowing that your sister was stood 2 foot away from a bomb that if it had gone the other way, would have blown up an entire train carriage? How do you feel about what happened to your sister?
That changes on a daily basis, but the most prominent feeling I would say is I can't, mate, because I'm literally thinking about it now.
Yes, you can. How do you feel now? Tell me how you feel now.
You know what I want to tell you is that 2 weeks after that happened, I had to fly to Burkina Faso, which is a ISIS-infested land in Africa, and I felt so much revenge and hatred. And I was born in South Africa, born through Mandela area, and lived in England for 20 years. But I'm the least racist person. But when it comes to something like that, I just think there's still no racism in that, which is crazy as well. But I was in the ISIS land, and I was like, I was very scared.
Yeah.
And
you wanted to get revenge.
I drove to the bomber's house the next day. I took a photo and I put it on my Twitter page. Wow. And I drove to the house of the bomber. Yeah. So I needed to feel, I guess because of being a private investigator, I have to see things, to believe things, and blah, blah, blah. But, wow, that was the scariest moment when I was driving up to that place. So you see the house, I think it was like a purplish, pinkish kind of house. And it was all cordoned off, and there was just the X5s all over the place with the yellow circles, which means they're armored police. And you're driving up to that, and this was the next day. And I listened to the James O'Brien show where I heard the interview again, and I listened to that on the way up, and I was just like, my sister went through that, man, and I just think the chaos that involved afterwards, where most of the actual damage to people happened, Wow. I mean, I don't know how I would deal with that situation.
You sound to me like a man that is very powerful and likes to be in control of situations. Am I right?
I do. I feel better in those situations.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
No. Of course, it's not criticism. It's just some people are like that. They like to be in control of situations, and I imagine. Knowing that your sister was... I bet you've imagined what you would have done if you were there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how you'd have spotted it, and you'd have got the guy, and you'd have pushed him against the wall, and something like that, yeah?
In a perfect world, if I could do something to change something bad, definitely.
Yeah. And you think that because you're a good man, and because... one of the people you are closest to in the world was nearly killed in an horrific way, just going to work or going wherever she was going. And you're a good man, Pete. You're a really good man. And you need to remind your parents that you're a good man, and that whatever has happened in the past, whatever you've done, whatever they've done, because you both, it's both sides in these things generally.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It doesn't matter anymore. That you can put whatever they've done behind you, and you can ask them to put whatever you've done behind them. They may or may not. That's up to them. But you're right. Your dad's just had bowel cancer and he's 70. Your sister's nearly been blown up by a terrorist, and your mum's getting on a bit. And if you don't do something, your mum and dad may be around for another 20 years. They may be around for another 20 minutes. You just don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where...
And I might be as well.
Yeah, well, exactly. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen to us tomorrow? It's one of those things...
I really need to step up and just accept what it is. But what I want is happiness, and that'll bring them happiness and bring me happiness. And I need to step up.
And also, you also have to accept, Pete, and I'm going to throw this in because this isn't the Waltons. They might not be able to put whatever happened behind them. They might not be able to.
I think I've tried a bit, and they're cautious, but I think they're seeing that all I'm trying to do is just correct things now and just improve.
You're a good man. You're a good man, and I can see that. But even if and I think they will accept it, even if they don't accept it, right, you can put your head on the pillow and sleep easy because you know that you've cleaned your side of the street. That's all you can do.
That would mean a lot to me, I think. At the moment, that's all I think about, and I don't want to... I want to think about good stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Of course you do.
When you go through something with someone so close to you, I'm a very protective person of people, anyone close to me, and when it's out of your hands, you got to just grab it, man. And
Kath, did you want to say something?
Appreciate talking.
Hang on, Pete. Kath
Can I make a suggestion, Pete? And I'm just having sat...
Kath, I must just say...
Here we go.
Awesome with this.
Here we go! This 20 minutes has all been to get to you!
Thanks, Pete.
You are the strength, Kath. You are the strength.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, and again, I don't know the inner workings of your family, but here's a suggestion. I think that idea of going to dinner and being a bit quieter than usual and just listening and taking it all in is brilliant. But how about you put it all down in a letter and leave it with them? So that you don't have to have any to and fro. There's not that awkward kind of moment where they feel they have to say something. And if they're not ready to hear it at that point, it's there, and they'll read it when they're ready.
Yeah, they probably...
and you can put everything down absolutely perfectly. There's no... you can spend time over it, and you don't have to worry about saying something wrong or it not coming out quite right.
So many times in our Sunday lunches, as we all know, things come out different ways, or you react when you're in a heat of the moment situation.
Yeah.
Nothing like terrible, but it just gets out of hand, and then you lose the point of the whole conversation.
Yeah, and that one sentence has sort of coloured the whole thing. Yeah. Put it in a letter and leave it with them.
And it'd be nice to put a letter into my sister as well, probably. Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Kat. Thank you. I told you.
You're a good man, Pete. You're a good man.
Thank you.
I believe in you, brother.
Cool to speak to you, man.
Speak to you again soon.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have a chat to them at the earliest convenience for everyone, and then I'll give you an update on how things are going.
Do me a favour. Film it. Put it on YouTube. I'm joking. We'll have our fingers crossed, Pete.
I I am going to do some blogging, but I probably won't film that.
I don't think you should film that.
That might spoil the subtlety of the moment, yeah.
Pete, take care, mate. Have a good weekend.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much. Ta-ta. Oh, sorry. We're getting some amazingly honest calls this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Some incredible stuff. Golly gosh. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Jonathan and Ewan, stay there. Come to you after this.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The News UK Startup Lab is back and is now accepting applications. If you're a mid-stage startup in the area of personal finance, we want to hear from you. We're also exploring opportunities with businesses in blockchain, audio, and hyperlocal news. So if that's your area, get in touch. By joining the Startup Lab, you'll get product testing opportunities with our daily audience of over 12 million people, hands-on support from lean product, service, and UX design specialists, access to our unrivaled industry expertise and network of brand and commercial partners, plus the opportunity of an ongoing partnership with News UK that could take your business to the next level. Join the News UK Startup Lab to put your startup on the path to scale. Find out more at newsukstartuplab.co.uk. Applications close Friday, 9th of March. The News UK Startup Lab. Let's see what we can do together.
At Wix, there's 15% off all tiles and flooring on top of existing offers, helping you do your project right. Ends Monday. Wix, let's do it right.
Why, hello. It's me, Dracula. Relax. I don't bite. Much. Unlike the cost of some broadband deals. That's why I switched to Sky Fibre Unlimited. Just £25 a month, including line rental, plus a $9.95 setup fee, exclusively for new and existing Sky TV customers. Frightfully good value. It's totally unlimited, super fast, and they'll never slow you down, even at peak times. Well, you don't want anything to stop the flow when you're screaming. Sorry, streaming, do you? Search Sky Fibre. Sky. Believe in better. Available to new fibre customers in Sky Fibre areas. New 18-month contract. Check speeds at sky.com. Further terms apply.
This week at Tesco, get a large roasting beef joint for half price at £5 a kilo. Tesco. Every little helps. Selected stores excluding Express while stocks last ends 20th February.
When a stroke strikes, the damage spreads like a fire in the brain.
Hey, Periscopers,
one of the signs,
can you do me a favour? Could you all swipe and share,
Has it fallen on one
swipe
side?
up and then swipe across.
Arms.
I think
Can
you
they
swipe
raise
to the
them?
right, I'm not sure. It'll share it.
Is it slurred?
And more people will come and watch us. And that would be really awesome, man, if you could do that.
The better their
None of you have done it so far.
So even if
I
you're
can
not
see on
sure,
my screen if you do it. None of you have done it, you haven't done
Make
it.
the call. Dial 999.
A new Vauxhall Vivaro comes with 4 years 0% APR representative, up to 4 years warranty, and 4 years servicing and roadside assistance. It's easy to drive, easy on the wallet, and
Come
even
on,
easy on
guys.
the eye. That leaves you
Come
free
on,
to do
guys.
more
Swipe
of what you
and
do
share.
best.
Swipe and share, guys. Swipe and
Let's get
share.
van sorted.
Thanks, Sally.
Search Vauxhall Vivaro. Conditional sale. 4 years 0% APR representative. Minimum 20%.
I think you swipe up, and then do you swipe to the right?
Price financed by Vauxhall
Okay,
Finance.
if you can't do it, don't worry. If you can share on Twitter, that'd be good. Maybe you just copy the link and post it. Anyway, you don't have to, but we're losing Periscope viewers, guys, but good to get some more on here.
Sunday afternoon from 4. Join the stout speaker with the triple lock.
I'm playing some Call of Duty this weekend.
Big stories from
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Across the week's political landscape, debating all the pressing issues.
I'll be presiding over fast-paced political debate.
From budget cuts to Brexit, or ballots to backbenchers.
All from this heavily reinforced radio dispatch box.
Read my lips.
It's a 3-line whip to listen to The Week with John Nicholson.
Toying the party line, Sunday afternoon from 4
on Talk Radio. The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
Imagine. 0344 499 1000. We're coming from a marketplace in Toronto, so it sounds like...
It's busy. It's marketing.
Okay. So that's... and then we'll fly home. Later. Good evening, Jonathan! Oh, Jonathan!
Hello?
Did your I can't remember what console it was, but did your game's console arrive?
Yes.
Is it brilliant?
Yes.
Hey! Was it money well spent?
Of course.
What have you been playing on it?
The 2 built-in games.
Yes.
And Killer Instinct.
Oh, yes. Classics. I've been, I downloaded a Spectrum emulator onto my Macintosh computer today.
And what did you play?
First game, Sam Fox Strip Poker, thank you very much.
Second game?
It was called, it's a rude word, I'm going to say wink, but I don't mean wink. It was called like Wink Hard or Wink Away or something. And you had to basically, Jonathan, you had to masturbate.
You've just killed my machine.
Oh, is that what you call it? You did.
No, I'm talking about my laptop. As soon as you mentioned that, my laptop stopped working.
Special safeguards.
Special safeguards. So we've been, but I do like a bit of the old spouse playing Trapdoor as well. Some good. So, but you've been having fun, have you?
Yes.
Oh, good. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. I'm glad. It's always good when you buy something and it arrives and you think, you know what? That is money well spent. I deserve this. That is money well spent. What you got for us tonight, Jonathan?
You're sitting in my seat.
Sorry?
You're sitting in my seat.
Care to explain?
Well, when you leave, I'm throwing my hat into the ring to take over.
Flippin' heck, that's come out of nowhere. That's a stealth manoeuvre. Okay, well, why?
Because I believe I can do just as good a job, if not better. I already have some ideas for regular segments.
Regular segments, you say?
Wowzers, this guy really is good. Well, I tell you what, Jonathan, we've got, if you want to phone up, 0344 499 1000, the next 15 minutes, up until 11 o'clock, it's, what are you going to call the show, Jonathan?
The Radio Laboratory.
The Radio Laboratory with Jonathan from Swansea, 0344 499 1000. You've got Ewan and Andre lined up, Jonathan. So we're going to be quiet. Away you go.
Hello, Andre.
Jonathan, yeah. You know when Ian proposes Talon, you take over? Yeah?
Yeah.
Jonathan? I think I'm gonna put my hat in the ring. I think I might be the DJ of the night.
Well, what would you bring to the show?
I'll bring loads of stuff. Plus, do you know what I'd call it?
One idea.
A few vinyl records. Plus, you know what I'd call it?
What would you call it?
Andre's Antics. Any good?
Well, not as good as my idea. Halfway through the show every night, we're going to have a little 15-minute segment called Caddick's Paddock.
Yeah, well, halfway through mine, I think we'll have a couple of beers. Yeah, but also, I'll invite a few people on, obviously, like Ian does, just to keep him with us.
Well, I've already got guests lined up. My first guest is going to be esports journalist Richard Lewis.
Have you? I'll bet you haven't.
Yes, he will be the first guest. We're also going to have the ultimate battle between good and evil in the studio between a Catholic exorcist, Derek Acora, and David Badcock, and let them argue it out live on air.
No, I don't think you should do that, actually. I think you should just, play a few sounds, yeah? Introduce the sounds, have a little chat, quite a lot of chatting, like Ian does.
Every night we're going to have a new jingle provided by Nigel in Maidstone.
Hold on. So I can't even get words in this words for you now. You're as bad as Ian. Now, look, when my show comes on air, yeah? Jonathan?
Yes, I can hear you, caller.
Yeah, you're on loudspeaker. Can you turn your radio off, please? Hello?
Could you turn your radio off, please?
No, I'm in charge, I'm afraid. All right?
Have you been drinking, Andre? Yeah, I've had a couple. Oh, dear, you shouldn't be drinking and ringing into talk shows. You might make a fool of yourself. And he's gone. So who's our next caller, please?
Ewan.
Ewan.
Fucking hell.
Ewan. And where are you from, young Ewan?
I'm from Abertillery.
Oh, in Wales, is it?
Yes, not far from Swansea.
I'll tell you what, he's got a lovely name.
And what would you like to share with the nation tonight?
Well, I spoke to Ian himself last night and Catherine, and I asked them once, because I'm a big radio presenter fan, I asked them on some advice on how to get, what advice would they give me about radio, because I had a radio job interview today. And
oh, how did it go?
Really good. With their advice, I took it, and I actually got the job. And tomorrow...
Oh, that's excellent. Well done, Ewan.
Thank you.
You'll be taking over from me in a couple of years.
An event, because I help with an event.
If any calls come through, I'll put them straight through.
And I'm going to Newport, Rodney Stadium, with Newport and Tottenham. So Tottenham's football famous is coming to Newport, and they're going to be playing a match, and I'm going to be there.
Oh, good. Have you got any nerves? Because it's the first day of the new job is always the worst. Caller.
Hello, Jonathan.
Caller.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, and who is this?
Hi, Jonathan. My name is Amanda. Last night it slipped through. I want to talk about willies. Is that okay?
Oh, go ahead. We all have worries. It's a problem shared is a problem halved. Just make it
dear, I think... Oh, no. You've picked my accent up wrong. Not worries, willies.
Oh,
Willie.
As in Free Willy.
No. Yes,
He's being hilarious.
So
What's happened?
Me,
he got his
the greatest
console.
Willie of all willies most definitely has to be Ur Willie. Are you aware of him?
Who?
Ur Willie.
Who? I'm sorry. Is it your accent or this bad phone line? But who again?
Hello?
And who is this gentleman speaking?
Hello, my name is Rajiv. Hello, am I speaking to?
Are you an Indian caller?
Yes, I'm Indian caller, yes.
I couldn't catch your name because my phone started to fuzz a little. Could you repeat it again, please, caller?
S-A-G-I-V, Sajiv, yes.
Sajiv?
Yes, Sajiv. My name's Sajiv.
And what would you like to share with the nation tonight?
Are you the new permanent radio host now?
I'm taking over from Ian when he goes off to start a career as a streamer. He won't be very good at it, of course, because everyone's had that idea before him, and PewDiePie is king of the internet streamers.
With the Indian population, how can you do a radio show?
Sorry? Could you repeat that again, caller?
Okay, you getting a bit very racist now, because you have a few issues with the Indian race. And how can you do a radio show if you have... Wait.
Rewind that a bit. I have issues with Indians? Is that
clip that line, please.
Hello, Jonathan.
And who is this?
Who is this?
It's Simon, Jonathan.
This is what Steve Allen's show would be like if it's
Simon.
What?
Have you come here to air any post-colonial grievances?
I've actually come on to recreate one of your best radio moments so far in your career, Jonathan.
Oh, here we go.
Can we play the yes-no game?
Why not?
Brilliant. Shall we start?
Let us begin.
How was your day?
My day was fine. How was yours?
Very well, thank you. Did you go out today?
Who's this?
I went out today. Did you go out today?
I didn't go out today. Where did you go?
Simon.
I went about my normal business.
And what is your normal business?
Downloading ROMs for my new Super Nintendo clone console. Hello? Hello? Who is this?
Hello?
Hello? Who is this? Who are you, caller?
Can I speak to Jonathan?
This is Jonathan speaking.
Hi, Jonathan.
I would listen to
I
this.
have an idea for your show.
He gets more calls than Julia Hartley-Brewer.
No, this should be good.
I'll tell you what you could do. Live on the air. Find me a girlfriend. Could you do that? Find me a girlfriend on the air.
Who's this?
Well, what do you have to offer a potential girlfriend?
Right, well, the good thing about me, I don't smoke or drink, so I don't go to nightclubs and pubs and do that kind of thing. I'm quite sporty. I'm into weightlifting, which I do enjoy.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. The weightlifting is good for the body and the soul.
Absolutely. I try and live a holistic lifestyle. I'm basically 44, I am 44 years of age. I'm 5'6". I'm 11.5 stone. I'm in quite good shape. And yeah, any females out there who are interested, please get in touch with Jonathan. Put me in touch with them. That would be great.
Well, I've got a question for you.
Last 30 seconds. You're going to just fade him down very slowly over 45 seconds,
quite
please.
boring, but it's a job.
For the end of the show. At the end of the hour.
Here's my advice. Date women half your age plus 7 years. So how old are you again?
That's not right, isn't it?
Me, I've just turned 44.
So what? I'll go out with a 27-year-old.
44.
No, it's for men for women.
Yeah.
I believe there's a woman who's separated from her husband in Liverpool might be interested in you.
Oh, Liverpool. Gosh, that's quite far out, isn't it?
Well, true love knows no boundary.
Oh, hello, Jonathan. George.
And who is this joker?
It's George. Yes, I've got a song for you. How does a caterpillar grow?
Before you begin, did you appear in any 1970s children's shows?
Oh, yes, I was a star. You interrupted my song. I'm very upset now.
Yeah, well, we don't allow people from the 1970s on this show. That decade does not exist. Anyone from the 1970s is on a watch list or a blacklist. So, no songs from people from the 1970s. It is verboten. The 1970s are off limits from this show. So who's our next caller then? Well, the more you talk, the less I have to. So,
it's got a catchphrase.
I'm thinking for my new show, about halfway through the show, we're going to have a little segment called Caddock's Paddock. And in this segment, we're going to stream it live on YouTube. It's going to star Alan Caddick. Jonathan. Hello, who is this? Thank you for your call. We're going to stream Caddock's Paddock live every night on YouTube. And in this segment, using the Super Chat feature, you donate money to ask Alan Caddick a question. And we'll split the profits 3 ways.
This will take us right up to the break. Beautiful.
Well done, good math.
Talk Radio, the
Beautiful.
21st century dream team of dialogue, debate and discourse.
Talk Radio. Give it some lift.
Can you think of a reason why you shouldn't apply for an Ocean credit card? There's a credit limit of up to £1,500. They send you texts so you keep control of your spending, and you can see if you'll be accepted before you apply at askocean.co.uk. Plus, checking won't affect your credit rating. But before you go and check, there's just one reason why you shouldn't. Because you've already got an Ocean credit card, right? Otherwise, get checking. Go to askocean.co.uk. Intelligent Lending Limited is a credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender.
I think the job of being a teacher is so rewarding in so many ways.
The connection between you and the whole class, that's still unbeatable.
When my pupils are successful, it feels incredible.
I think the greatest thing for me is seeing the pupils that I teach love the subject as much as I do.
I don't think there's any other job where you get the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Winston Wolf, Direct Line. You're Harry the Plumber.
Yeah?
A successful small businessman like yourself needs protection. Meet Lars and Vlad. They're big.
Hello.
Big shot lawyers, that is. See, they create and check legal documents that you can download. So you're covered. And this legal document service comes with your Direct Line insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Direct Line's public liability insurance includes a legal document service. Can your insurance do that? Search Direct Line Public Liability Insurance. New and existing customers underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
Right now at Homebase, there's 3 for 2 on all wallpaper. That's amazing value. Homebase, always your home, always low prices. Cheapest item free, in-store only, excludes clearance outlets.
Shh. Hide, hide.
Happy birthday, Fabulous! It's Fabulous Magazine's 10th birthday all this month. To celebrate, we're bringing you exclusive celeb interviews, including Mylene Clark and Emma Willis, and giving away thousands of pounds worth of prizes. Pick up Fabulous Magazine with The Sun on Sunday this weekend.
Now's the time to upgrade your old clubs for new. The original double value trade-in is back at American Golf with stock of all the latest brands, impartial advice and free, no obligation custom fitting. Now's the time to double the value of your existing clubs when you trade in for new. The double value trade-in at American Golf. We exist to improve your game. With over 120 stores nationwide, find your nearest store now at americangolf.co.uk. Conditions apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
It's 11 o'clock, I'm Simon Morgan. The FBI has admitted it didn't properly follow up on a warning about Florida school shooting suspect Nicholas Cruz. It's emerged last month the person close to the 19-year-old told the agency about the potential of him carrying out a school shooting. 17 people died in the massacre in Parkland. Noah Damony was inside the school when the shooting happened. He's upset the information wasn't acted upon.
I mean, I'm frustrated. I wish that they had acted. I mean, there were so many warning signs, like our community did our part, and they failed us.
The president of Haiti has suggested there's been much more bad behaviour by aid agencies in the country. Jovenel Moise says the use of prostitutes by Oxfam workers was the visible tip of the iceberg. The US has charged 13 Russian nationals with interfering in the presidential election and political processes. Some of the defendants are accused of communicating with people associated with Donald Trump's campaign team. Sir Andrew Wood is an associate fellow at Chatham House. He's been telling Talk Radio it marks a big development in the investigation.
It's very significant, particularly, of course, in the American context, because it represents a major move by the Mueller investigation into the connections between Russia and the American elections.
South Africa's newly appointed president has once again pledged to tackle corruption. Cyril Ramaphosa has also outlined a vision to revive the stagnant economy, address unemployment and control spiralling government debt. Chelsea safely avoided an FA Cup upset at home to Championship strugglers Hull. Last season's Premier League champions progressed to the quarter-finals with a 4-0 victory. Leicester joined them in the last 8 after a 1-0 win over Sheffield United. And Roger Federer has broken yet another tennis record. He's become the oldest man to be ranked world number 1. Saturday's weather, most places will stay dry and bright. Parts of western and central England will be cloudier with rain for a time. Wintry showers will continue in northwest Scotland.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have...
I'm on a big Partridge Family kick at the moment. Man alive, those guys. I've nearly finished that book now. I've nearly finished that book.
Have you got into it yet?
Oh, mate, I love it. Dredge, you can buy it because it costs 50 quid. Well, it's a guy. It's guy's kind of written it and he self-published it, and then it's a big thick book, and you got to get it sent over from America, so it's 50 quid. And I really wanted it, and then when I got out of the jungle, I went, stuff it. I'll spaff all that jungle money on that. Dredge, you can come and collect it next week and borrow it because we're going to be lending it out. 0344 499 1000. This is still the late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Catherine Boyle is there.
Hey.
And I've not heard any of these, so let's just see. Let me find the right thing. It's time for this. Oh, hang on. It's time. Here we go. It's time for this.
We've come here together. Together we stand. Together we celebrate the legend in a palm of our hands. It heals all the lepers. It makes women sob.
I thought you were going to say soul.
It makes the children rejoice. It makes the men leave their jobs. You can buy it for £1. You can listen wherever you choose. Let's have a listen to the Nick Knowles Amazon review.
Oh, yes! Wow, the man himself.
That's Billy Hayes. We may. Thank you to. I've had about a dozen of those sent in. Right. The thank you, because normally when I put out a request for something like that, no one does it. And then about a dozen. I woke up this morning with a dozen Nick Knowles emails and a dozen car insurance emails. It was a very strange thing. We'll play some more throughout the show. I've got a feeling we may have just played the best one. We should have saved that one. Honestly, I've not had time to listen to them, so you will be hearing them for the first time as I am hearing them. But yes, it's time for that part of the show, Nick Knowles Amazon Reviews. Just give us one now, Catherine, to tease us.
This is entitled An Album Only a Mother Could Love.
Yep.
But I doubt she would.
Yeah.
1 star.
Oh.
I recently found this in my local charity shop for only 25p.
What?
What a bargain, I thought. It might be worth the price for a laugh. I can play it for my mates when they're next round, and I can pass it on to my nan once the novelty wears off. Oh, how naive I was. At 11 tracks, it worked out at under 2.3p per song. Now, that might sound cheap, but I'm seriously considering going to my Citizens Advice Bureau about this because I feel severely overcharged. I know that money went to charity, but I think the cure for cancer can hold on for a bit longer if it means not having to subject the world to this. It isn't music, it's anti-music. If anything, Noel should be paying me for having listened to it. The actual instrumentation is fine, like covers of banal tracks that would work nicely in the background of average chain restaurants, but the singing... Knowles makes Lee Marvin sound like Mariah Carey.
Gosh.
Anyone who makes it to the end of this album should automatically receive a bravery award from Carol Vorderman. 0 out of 10.
Wowzers.
Brackets. I'm not sure if you could call this an Easter egg, but if you listen closely during the intro of Here Comes the Sun, you can clearly hear the sound of George Harrison spinning in his grave.
Wowzers. OK, we'll have some more later on. I want a 5-star review for the next one.
OK.
I want a 5-star
I'll try and find
review.
one.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give me a call, it's the late night alternative. You're listening to it on Talk Radio. Maybe you've got us on DAB. Perhaps you've downloaded the app. Or perhaps you're listening online at talkradio.co.uk. Or maybe you're watching us. Hello, Periscopers. Periscope.tv/Iain Lee. IAINLW. You can come and watch. I should warn you. It's kind of... Periscope is a lawless... Oh! I've got to play you a really funny thing I heard on Radio 4. I knew I'd remembered it. Brilliant. Reminded of the lawlessness of... of Periscope. If you're finding Periscope a little bit too mean and you still want to watch the show, if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/rabbithole, you can watch it there, and Matthew is kind of monitoring it, and so there's not any of the meanness. I had a really funny thing. I love radio. You know I love radio. And there was a great thing on Radio 4. It's not the funniest thing in the world, but I listened to it and it made me laugh. It was on today, still today. It was on You and Yours. You and Yours is like the dullest, middle-aged, whitest programme, like consumer. I listen to it all the time, and I'm getting a bit angsty because I've listened to all the back issues. But it was very funny. There's a woman. Right, so the story is, right, it's not that funny, but it made me laugh. This is at 12:20. This would have gone out. It's a story about a woman who is wants to protect the environment, so she's buying stuff that will last forever. Okay, so she's buying stuff that will last forever.
Welcome to Radio 4's consumer programme. Today is all about money.
Find it.
4/7 Weeking Watch. In February, the cladding is still up. What's happened in between?
No, that's okay. That's not it. Hang on. That's talking about cladding. Where was it? Come on. The BBC iPlayer is great. Oh, here we go. Buying for life. That's the feature we want.
Recycling's really important. Everyone knows that. But
jump forward.
Coffee would be lovely.
Here we go. Listen to this. This is great. This is 12:20 on BBC Radio 4.
We're here in your kitchen. Tell me about the products you have here that you hope you are only going to buy once.
This is the pot that started it all. I was given this Le Creuset pot by my sister. It gave me this amazing feeling that I wanted everything in my life to last as long as this pot is going to. You're looking for simplicity. You're really
tell us about your chopping boards. I want to hear about your chopping boards.
So I have a massive chopping board here, and it's really chunky. That's definitely going to last me for a lifetime, and it's personalised.
How is it personalised?
Listen.
Well, it's got mine and my husband's name on one side.
Tara and Howard.
And it has Tara and Arsehole written on the other side because my nephew couldn't say Howard.
I love that.
My life.
I love it so much.
As long as this.
I was pottering around in my flat and I heard that and I burst out laughing.
Solid things. So I have a massive chopping board here, and it's really chunky. That's definitely going to last me for a lifetime, and it's personalised.
How is it personalised?
Well, it's got mine and my husband's name on one side.
Tara and Howard.
And it has Tara and Arsehole written on the other side because my nephew couldn't say Howard.
Well, actually, the nephew's done her a favour, right? Because if that does last forever and the marriage doesn't, she can just flip it.
It's so childish. Oh, it's so childish. I laughed. Why did they put that in? Why did they keep that in? You can't have that at 12:20. Tara and Arsehole. Isn't it great?
Also, that kid was not trying to say Howard.
He knows Howard. Oh, man alive. 0344 499 1000 phone number. Louise, stay there. We'll come to you in a bit. Louise, we spoke to at the end of last night's show. I'm confused by the front page of the Sun, as I often am, right? The apprentice winner's firm hire stripper to treat exec. And the headline is Sugar Twits. And then the headline inside is apprentice.
They're enjoying themselves, aren't they?
Staff at apprentice winner James White's company celebrated a salesman's birthday by hiring an 18-stone stripper who straddled him on an office floor. Colleagues at the recruitment firm, given £250,000 by Lord Sugar after James won the BBC show, arranged the special treat for the newly hired executive's 25th. Video footage shows the stripper, named Gloria, sitting on him in just a police hat and leather boots. You turn to page 3, and while there are no nipples there's still cheeky bums and women in very tight swimwear. So I don't know.
Are they trying to equate this to the sort of old boys, let's all, behave like it's 1975 behaviour that we saw at the President's Club? Because this is quite different. Because those women were not strippers.
Well, this is the thing. I've always had I'm not a fan of strippergrams. I think that they are, and I'm not a fan of, let's get an overweight strippogram so that we can all have a laugh. But listen, if a person has chosen willingly and has chosen from a variety of options, a person enjoys doing that for a living, who am I to say? I suspect that the majority of stripograms, fatograms, these names, I suspect the majority of are doing them. It wouldn't be their first choice. I've never been a fan of them.
But it's not the same as grid girls.
No,
and if they don't understand the difference, then that really is a problem.
So I don't get why this is front page thing, particularly in the Sun newspaper, which for a long time made its money on tits. Shrieking workmates filmed on their phones as a near naked stripper. I know how stripograms work. I know. I guess I genuinely can't remember if I've been somewhere. I've certainly not had one for me. I don't remember. Shrieking workmates filmed on their phones as a near-naked stripper they had hired straddled one of apprentice champ James White's sales execs. Staff at James's Right Time Recruitment paid the woman as a special treat to help celebrate the man's birthday. Then they watched while the 18-stone fake police officer straddled his head, dressed only in PC's hat and knee-length leather boots. Moments earlier, the executive 25 had been stripped to the waist and pinned to the ground. Right, does it say in here, apprentice boss Lord Sugar pumped £250,000 into the firm last year?
Was there a stripper fund?
A spokesman for the 70-year-old tycoon said he'd been made aware of the sordid hijinks. The sleazy antics may have backfired, with friends of the unnamed salesman claiming he now fears his girlfriend will dump him. James himself was keen to distance himself from the video yesterday, but before it was filmed on Friday, he wrote on LinkedIn, that the man was in for a double celebration. It's believed the film was posted on James's employees' WhatsApp group. As part of the group, he would have been able to view it. Gloria was an experienced roly-poly. The women's Equality Party last night slammed the hiring of women for business and pleasure at work events. The spokesman said sexism and the objectification of women. This is in the Sun, right? This is in the Sun. Sexism and the objectification of women are too often considered part of the culture in many businesses and industries. I don't think it's particularly pleasant. I don't think it's particularly seedy. I also don't think it's a front-page news story.
No, I'm not worried for her. She knows what's going on.
Yeah.
This is one of the cases, Julia, where you can say she knows what she's signed up for.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, I don't know how I would feel in a mixed workplace about that going on.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate, right?
There's nothing in that about women in the office complaining about it.
There's no one has been. She was consenting and was paid. She knew she was going in to straddle a man and impersonate a police officer. So I just don't. And I've read that. I think, well, what is the? So the hook is the BBC. What, it's saying that BBC money paid for it. Tenuous, possible, but tenuous. Alan Sugar is connected from 2 degrees, but that's not really on him. This guy, I don't really know who he is. This guy that won. I don't.
Is the peg this current thing of women being objectified?
Me too.
Yeah, not even that. The Grid Girls thing and the President's Club, because it's completely different.
I suppose that's it. I thought it was a really weird. The Sun have done some really weird front pages recently. This whole Corbyn commie thing. So he met a Russian in 1984. So what? Who cares? Very weird. Dredge, then Louise, then it could be you, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. I'm Iain Lee. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Dialogue. Some dialogue.
Talk I love that bit from
We'll get you talking. Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round.
This comes out of nowhere.
Every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Hello, I'm Alyssa, and I was diagnosed with cancer.
You can help children like Alyssa beat cancer sooner. Pop your pre-loved clothes, accessories and homewear in a bag and donate it at TK Maxx. They could be worth up to £30 a bag when sold by Cancer Research UK. Give up clothes for good at TK Maxx.
And help children like me beat cancer sooner.
Bold black alloy wheels. Sleek gloss black grille. Mean black side power vents. The Jaguar Black Edition XE, XF and F-Pace are here. With 50% off selected features saving you up to £2,740. It's time to show your dark side. Search jaguar.co.uk/Black Edition.
Oh no, I vaguely remember that UKIP thing. I vaguely remember
Available
being
on
an
selected
arsehole.
models until 31st
Yeah, she was
of
an
March
arsehole. So
2018.
yeah, no, that was. I
Terms
can't
and
remember what she
conditions
said.
apply at participating retailers only.
It's time. Time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. With stunning HD video, crisp audio, and instant wireless sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Sometimes knowing what to do with your savings can be a little confusing. But with NS&I, you can relax because our new fixed-rate guaranteed growth bonds and guaranteed income bonds give you returns that are guaranteed. You can invest from £500 up to £1 million in each issue for 1 or 3 years. And because we're backed by HM Treasury, every pound is 100% secure. Enjoy peace of mind at nsandi.com. NS&I. Safer savings set you free.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Evening, Dredge.
When a child is born.
Sorry, evening, Johnny Mathis. You can come and get that Partridge book, Partridge Family book, maybe towards the end of next week.
Oh, that's good. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant, actually. Yeah, it's really good. It takes a while to get into it, because he's pretty, he writes 5 pages about the flipping bus. Yeah, it's a good book, actually. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Excellent. So, yeah, you've got Chris Difford on next week, haven't you?
He's coming in on Monday!
Hold on.
Wow.
The Indians send signals from the rocks above the path. The cowboys take position in the bushes and the grass. The squirrel's with the corporal. She's tied against the tree. She doesn't mind the language, just the beating she don't need. She lets loose all the horses when the corporal's asleep, and he wakes to find the fire's dead and arrows in his hat. And Davy Crockett rides around and says, "It's cool for cats, it's cool for cats." Good night.
It's John Peel. It's John Peel doing Call for Cats.
Is that all right?
You've been trolling Chris Difford today. It's the actual definition of he's been trolling Chris Difford. He's been tweeting Chris Difford saying Andre sings it better than he does.
Oh, Dredge.
Imagine trolling. He's a troll.
I got no reply.
Yeah.
Absolutely none.
He's muted you.
But it's interesting that I did feel that his version added a certain something.
Andre, when he gets the right song, there's a real sombre timbre about it. There's just something. Because he aches. He knows how to play the harp.
He's the John Cooper Clarke of the South.
No, I think he puts more. I think there's more emotion in it than there is from John Cooper Clarke. I like John Cooper Clarke a lot. Don't know lots of his work, but what I've heard, I've enjoyed, and I think I'd enjoy having a chat with him. But there's something about Andre that, because you can't fake that. You can't fake that exhaustion in his voice, and he's exhausted with life and with wine. And you can't fake it. And it's very powerful, very powerful. That Morrissey song he does is very powerful.
What do
do you think of Morrissey? Do you know much about the Smiths or anything like that?
I listened to Johnny Marr's audiobook and I thought it was too long. I saw Morrissey in concert probably around about 1990 at the Kilburn National, and I wandered off for a bit, and that's it.
I, on the other hand, love him.
Kath bums Morrissey.
Oh. Well, maybe I should lend you my enormous Morrissey book then.
I don't really get it, and I've tried the Smiths, and he's no Bob Dylan. It doesn't float my boat. I don't.
But you only just got into Bob Dylan a minute ago.
Yeah.
Exactly, there's still hope.
Yeah, exactly. I bow before the altar of our Lord Jesus Dylan, or Bob Christ, as I call him.
My favourite Dylan line is, "We all sit here stranded, though we're doing our best to deny it."
I think we all sit here standing is better.
If we do sit here standing, that's more, well, it's more intriguing.
What is a Christ? Because Christ isn't Jesus' last name. I'm not being flippant.
No.
The Christ is... Don't Google it.
Well...
use our brains. Come on, we've got 3 intelligent people here, although Sam's mic isn't up. So, we've got the 3 of us can work this out. What is the Christ?
I think it's some sort of title given to the chosen one. That would be my guess.
And that's why I've written...
They say the Christ child, don't they?
Yeah. So, and that's why Jews didn't buy into Jesus, because they didn't buy into him being the Christ or the Son of God. They didn't believe he was the Son of God.
Yeah.
Have I got this right?
They are waiting for the Messiah, but they don't think
They didn't think it was him.
No.
Okay. John, your views on this, please, mate.
Well, I actually was having a chat with somebody about religion recently, and I just felt like they were really happy because they were religious.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I can't get to that happy place. You know what I mean? I felt quite jealous of that person, even though I can't buy into it at all.
Yeah.
I can see why people would believe in it, but I just can't.
Well, it's okay. Why are people happy when they're in love with Christ? Go on.
It's the ultimate safety net, isn't it? Even as bad as things may get in this life, you know someone's looking out for you.
Yeah, there is
and
that.
Things will be brilliant in the end.
There is a certain abdication of responsibility. And yeah, that, you know, this is hell, and the next thing is going to be great. And also, I guess that feeling, I would imagine that if you really love Jesus, or you really love any God, the moments of feeling utterly alone would be very few and far between, because you are not alone. You are enveloped in the arms and love of your God.
God is watching over you, Ian. God is always here.
Did anyone else hear that voice, or was that was just me? What are you doing this weekend, John?
What am I doing? I'm actually I'm trying to write a show for Brighton Fringe this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll go and do that then.
What are you doing hanging around us?
Yeah, we'll just stop.
What are you doing?
This weekend, I'm seeing the boys tomorrow, and I've bought them a computer game, so we're going to play that. We're going to go out for breakfast. And then Sunday, I'm really hoping Sunday's going to be a nothing day. But I'm probably going to do nothing on Sunday. Maybe play some video games and maybe have a potter with a multi-camera setup and see what
I really like doing nothing.
Yeah, I do. And I've had such a busy, I was going to say a week. It's been a really busy period since I got back from Australia, and Sunday is the second day I think since I got back. I've had nothing to do, so I might just play it easy.
What's this sort of show you're going to do that you were talking about on Twitter with all these films and things?
Well, so what we're thinking is, we've got the Bill Murray venue on June the 3rd between 6 and 8, and we're selling tickets, ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee, and the first 45 minutes we'll do like a normal rabbit hole, and then the last hour I want to see if we can perform and stream a live television show on YouTube. I will be operating the cameras, and me and Kath will be hosting it. We're hopefully going to have a guest on there, maybe Adam Buxton. I've reached out to him to see if he's free, and we've got an idea for some opening titles we're going to film. and we'd like to show 2 or 3 short films no longer than 2 minutes, and they will be useful because they will break things up, but also it means I can reposition cameras so it's kind of it's serving an artistic purpose and a technical purpose. So that's it, and it's a punt, and we'll see if it works. We'll see if we enjoy doing it. We'll see if it's. I've got a feeling technically it's going to fall on its ear, but people can either come and see it or they can sit at home and watch it on YouTube live, and obviously watch it afterwards. And if it works, we'll do it as a regular thing.
So this is what I really like about what you guys do, the experimental thing, and sort of getting people involved and stuff. I've always really, really liked that, so it's exciting to hear about that.
Well, it's simply, we're simply leeching off the talent of our listeners so that, to make ourselves look good. That's all, that's all we do. Good luck. Thank you, Dredge. I'm going to cut you off now.
Okay.
There we go.
Back to work, Dredge.
Back to work, Dredge. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
In the greatest comeback since Bobby Ewing showed up in Pam Shower. Hello, I'm James Whale. The mighty James Whale is back. You know the one. The voice of reason returns to Talk Radio. Unfiltered comment, scorched earth debate, and an ill-advised leather steps. You need some kind of drill. You look ridiculous. Get in the ring with the legendary James Whale.
Are you ready, man?
The dome-headed sage of speech radio returns to the airwaves for 3 hours of essential national night talk. Cometh the hour, cometh the whale. The James Whale Show, Monday night from 7 on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking. Late night conversation, well, losing sleep over. The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
That was $600. Yeah, no, I know, but if it works, it works. 0344 499 1000. Louise.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hey, Louise.
Hiya.
How you doing?
Hey, not too bad.
Songs with Louise in. Hey My Louise by Neil Diamond from the Jazz Singer soundtrack. There's got to be more than that, because Louise is a great... Don't Google it!
I'm not.
You keep going to the computer when I bring up stuff.
It's just a reflex.
Louise is a
There's
great...
There's got to be a song called Jeez Louise, hasn't there?
I'm not allowing Louis, obviously, because that's Louis. Because Louise is such a great name. Louise. You can make people chanting. It's 2 syllables. It's a very popular name. It's a girl's name.
I should know this.
You should do. Well, no, you shouldn't. This is what I've discovered. Most people, when they come on, if they've got, we get Caroline, I say, oh, Sweet Caroline, huh? Most people don't know the songs that are about their names.
I had a friend called Rhiannon.
Yeah.
And she was sick of people singing that song to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that's why her parents had called her.
Hey, Louise, you know Rihanna?
Uh-huh.
You know the song about Under Her Umbrella?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what the umbrella was in that song?
No.
Her vagina.
No, shut up.
Her vagina.
Oh, you're joking.
Rihanna's umbrella is her vagina.
No.
I swear to God, I read it.
Oh.
And it makes sense.
No.
Right, let me get...
you can stand under my vagina.
It has to be true.
Lyrics
it has to be true.
When the sun shines, we'll shine together.
There you go.
Under my
no
umbrella.
clouds in my stones, let it rain. I hydroplane into... that's okay. Hang on.
I used to sing that to my eldest.
Here we go. When the sun shines, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath that I must stick it out till the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella.
That's just about friendship, isn't it? Looking out for each other.
It's raining, raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining, raining. Baby, come into me. Come into me. It's raining, raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining, raining. You can always come into me. Come into me. It's pouring rain. It's pouring rain. Come into me. Come into me. It's pouring rain. It's pouring rain. Yeah, it's her VJ.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Those are the lyrics.
What, so she can extend it? She can leave it in the bathroom to drip dry?
I think she's got one of those little fold-up ones.
Me, why don't you?
Not a golf one.
And,
my God! I'm never going to listen to that song.
No. Now, Louise, we spoke to you at the end of last night's show. You were the best call on the show we've had all year, but we didn't have time. And you were telling us how you're just a normal, everyday girl, everyday woman. We met you, didn't we?
Yeah, in Belfast.
We met you in Belfast. But you had you'd got addicted to prescribed morphine.
That's right.
So remind me why you were on morphine. What happened?
Well, it kind of goes back about maybe 9-10 years. Altogether.
Maybe about 9-10 years. Sorry, I thought we were doing the classic joke there altogether, and then we say it like Police Story.
Oh,
Police
right.
Squad.
Next time I'll catch you.
All right. Sorry, guys.
And that just went over my head.
Okay, fine.
And mine.
No, about 9-10 years ago, I was on morphine for quite a few years for gynae problems.
Gynae problems? Okay.
Yeah.
I've not heard the phrase gynae before. I know what it means. Don't need to, but okay.
Woman's problem.
Yeah, gynae.
So, the dose just, because you become tolerant, the dose just went up and up and up. And that resulted in me having to have surgery. At that time, I lost my job, because of the illness, things like that.
Yeah.
After the surgery, I recovered. I managed to come off them. It was difficult then because I had been on them for such a long time.
Yeah.
But my tolerance to painkillers was sky high. Nothing would work for me. So any kind of aches or pains I had, nothing would work. I've suffered from various other, problems since that. I've had the surgery in my shoulder. I've now got quite serious back problems. And it's because of the back that, I'm now on them again.
Yeah. And you were getting them, you were hoarding them and lying to the doctor, yeah?
Not at that stage, no.
No, okay.
Not at that stage.
So, go on.
It's just very sort of recently that, this started happening, that it became an actual problem.
Yeah.
Discovered that it wasn't working for my back anymore. And I wanted to come off them. And I managed to reduce a certain amount, and then I got stuck. Couldn't reduce anymore.
Yeah.
And that's whenever, I suppose, I started abusing them then. I wasn't taking them at the right times. I was maybe taking 2 or 3 together. I was sort of putting myself into withdrawal a bit, just to take them and, get the feeling of coming out of withdrawal.
Yeah.
Lying to the doctor that, I had lost my tablets, to get another prescription. And I'd actually even said to him at one stage that I was scared that I was going to go and buy off the street. So I think I even put him into a very awkward position.
Yeah.
Was I even emotionally blackmailing him if he didn't give me tablets when I asked for them? Was I putting him in the position that, was I going to go and buy off the street? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I get it totally. You didn't go and buy anything off the street, though, did you?
I didn't. Whenever that became a real thought, that's whenever I realised that, something, you're not dependent on these tablets. You're addicted. For a long, long time, I would tell everybody that, I'm dependent on them. I'm not addicted. There's a massive difference.
What is the difference? What is your difference in that? Because some people might struggle to understand the difference. How do you see it?
To be honest, there's not really a difference, but the way I explained it to people was, if you're dependent on them, it means that you don't want to be on them. You have to be on them. You have to be on them because if you don't take them, you can't function.
Yeah.
You go into withdrawal. You need them to actually feel normal, to feel human. But you don't want to be on them.
And when you realise that moment, because I bet you lied to yourself for a long time, but that moment where it kind of clicked and you went, oh, flipping it, I'm actually addicted to this. What was that like?
Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I was in my bedroom, and I just, as much as I could, curl into a ball. You know, because of my back.
Yeah.
I curled into a ball as much as I could. I was on my own, and I was like a baby. I just cried, you know, and it wasn't it was gut-wrenching, crying my heart out.
Bloody hell.
You know, the people that this was affecting, it wasn't just me. You know, I was the person that I was with in Belfast that time. He's one of my best friends now, but he was my partner at the time.
Yeah.
You know, now we're, you know, just really, really good friends. But there was him, my son, my parents, my whole family. You know, this was affecting everybody. But I couldn't see that until I admitted this to myself.
And so then what did you do? Because as we heard last night at the end of the show, that, you know, you're heading in the right direction and it, which is, you know, is important for people to hear, I think. But what did you do? What steps did you take to try and sort it out? Because it must have been a shock, you know, because we met you and, you know, you're you know, this word, but you're a normal person, you know, you're not what people would think is a junkie or an addict. Or you're normal, very nice, very very pleasant, very charming, bubbly young woman. And you know, for you to realise actually I'm addicted to this stuff, that, you know, that's a big thing to process. What did you do to try and shift things around?
First thing, I'd almost spoke to the doctor and asked him would he put me in touch with the community addictions team.
Oh, well done, you. Straight in there. Well done.
I knew they existed. They had been mentioned before, but as far as I was concerned, I didn't need them. You know, why did I need them? I was dependent. I wasn't addicted.
Yeah.
I didn't need them.
Yeah.
Who'd mentioned those to you? Was that your doctor?
It was my doctor and also my CPN, because I suffer from depression as well.
Yeah.
And how was it put to you? Do you think that they were trying to hint to you that they'd noticed something was going wrong, or do you think it was just... Yeah.
Oh, no, they were aware of it long before I was.
Yeah.
You know? You know, little did I know that my GP was keeping a very, very close eye on things.
Yeah. When you told your GP, did he go, yeah, I saw that one coming, or what was he like?
I think he was very, very relieved that I had seen it for myself.
Brilliant. Good for him.
He's actually amazing. He has been my GP for many, many years. He knows me inside out.
Literally.
So he does. Probably.
Well, if you're going for gynae problems, of course he does.
Exactly. But no, he was fantastic. He got me seen as soon as it was possible. I seen a key worker. She referred me then to the consultant, the addictions consultant. I begged him to admit me to the local addictions unit because I didn't feel that I could do this on my own at home.
Yeah.
He refused to start with, and it turns out that I couldn't do it on my own at home. Once he realised that, then he organised a place for me. There was various options put forward for me. Methadone, which I refused. And there was Subutex, and then I can't say the name of the other one. But it turned out they were unsuitable.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically replacing one thing with something else, isn't it?
Exactly. And everybody's different, and everybody's treatment will be different as well. You know, no two people are the same. But from what I've heard about methadone coming off, it can actually be a lot harder.
Yeah. I've seen people struggling with that. You know, they often give it to heroin addicts. And morphine is kind of like a heroin, really. But they give it to heroin.
Morphine is legal heroin, basically.
Yeah, it is, they give it, and you see these poor souls. Often you get it in the pharmacy, and they're just chugging down this bottle, and that's going off and selling it and getting other drugs.
And like you say, sometimes it works for people, but you get people who are on it for years, and you get some people who are on it and then taking heroin on top of it.
Well, I mean, Limmy, who I'm a big fan of, he does a wonderful character, and Limmy has I believe, struggled with addiction. He does a wonderful character called Pauline McCafferty, who will her opening gambit is, I was on the methadone for 7 years. I used it to get me off the heroin, which I've been on for 5 years. And it beautifully sums up that kind of relationship people have with it. So you went. So your doctor put you in touch with a treatment centre.
Basically, yeah.
Brilliant.
Local addictions unit.
Yeah.
It treats both alcohol and drugs. So I was only in there, it was just over 2 weeks. My dose was too high to bring me off completely. So they reduced it drastically. It was reduced by half. And then, back out, but with massive support, a lot more support than what I had, before I went in. And this is where I'm at now, reducing slowly but surely at home.
How are you feeling?
Very, very positive. Mood can be up and down.
Yeah.
But although the mood can be up and down, that's just me in general. That's always been me.
Yeah.
I haven't thought once about wanting to increase the dose again, which for me that's a win.
And you're being open and honest. And one of the big things about addiction is the secrecy, and you're as sick as your secrets. It's the secrecy, it's the lies, it's the dishonesty. One of the things that addicts are taught to do is to share stuff. They say, what's the phrase? There's all these phrases. I can remember, company's worst addict is himself or herself, whatever it is. And that, if you're sat there on your own, you'll go nuts and you'll pick up. But if you're telling people and sharing it and stuff like that, it lessens the power of the addiction over you.
Yeah. I was talking to my sponsor on Wednesday evening, and I think this is what made me decide to ring in. There's so many people just aren't aware of prescription drugs or over-the-counter drugs.
Yeah.
It's not even prescription drugs. Anything, the likes of codeine.
Oh, yeah.
And just so many people aren't aware of it and the damage that it can do, to yourself as a person, to families, to friendships, relationships. If me being open and honest to anybody that's listening can even help one person, job done.
Hey, nice one, Louise. When have they kind of given you I was going to say a due date? That's not right. But do you kind of, is there a date in mind when you're hoping to be off it for good?
Not as yet.
Just seeing how it goes.
I can see exactly how the reduction's going to go.
Yeah.
It's all completely planned out.
Beautiful.
As in, the way it's going to be done.
Yeah.
But as for how long it's going to take, there's no set plan as such for that.
Takes as long as it takes. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's not a race. It's one step at a time.
Yeah.
There's times it's a day at a time. There's sometimes it's just 15 minutes by 15 minutes. That's the way it is. But the one thing I'm sure of now is I will do it.
I'm sure you will too. Hey, nice one, Louise. Thank you for calling back. Thank you for making us feel so welcome in Belfast. And we're kind of looking at trying to come over there later in the year. So we'll see you then, hopefully.
Can I ask Kath if she wouldn't mind just putting the number for Narcotics Anonymous up again, please?
You listen to you. This woman is excellent. Of course, we'll do that. We'll have a break, and then so people can go and get a pen and paper. And like we were saying yesterday with the AA hotline, Narcotics Anonymous, it's you're not phoning up a copper or a doctor, or maybe they are a copper. Maybe they are a copper or a doctor. You don't know, but they are people that have got significant clean time, years usually, from drugs and alcohol. Might be a copper. Might be. You can phone up. You can say anything you want to them. You can tell them what you're taking if you want, and there'll be no judgment. There'll be no phoning the authorities. There'll be none of that nonsense. So
everything's confidential.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, they're great. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of sitting in the phone room, one of the phone rooms, because actually you can do it now, or it gets diverted to your phone. Of sitting in one of the phone rooms and watching them take calls and stuff, and it was a thrill to see see the humanity that was shown to these poor individuals that had nowhere to turn. Hey, Louise, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you for letting me.
Pleasure. Hey, it's a pleasure. We'll speak again soon. Take care.
See you in Belfast. Take care, guys.
Ta-ta, bye-bye. We'll give the number out after this.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
We could tell you about our new SUV's luxurious space, but that would limit your imagination. We could describe its beautiful styling, or even shout about its off-road capability, but words wouldn't do it justice. To truly understand Levante, you must talk its language. Levante,
it's 24 hours.
The Maserati of SUVs,
because you used
from
to
£56,250. Available now.
They worked
Tailored
it so you could
finance
get calls
packages.
diverted.
Can you think of a reason why you shouldn't apply for an Ocean credit card? There's a credit limit of up to £1,500. They send you texts so you keep control of your spending, and you can see if you'll be accepted before you apply at askocean.co.uk. Plus, checking won't affect your credit rating. But before you go and check, there's just one reason why you shouldn't. Because you've already got an Ocean credit card, right? Otherwise, get checking. Go to askocean.co.uk. Intelligent Lending Limited is a credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender.
What seems to be the problem? It's my career. It's broken down. Well, let's take a look. Work-life balance? How's that running? It's not. Okay, so you're the boss or the employee? The slave. Know what? You need something new, mate.
Become a Red driving instructor and change direction. With comprehensive training, job satisfaction, and work in your own hours. Red. Get your career in gear. Go to reddrivingschool.com for details. Go Red and get ahead.
How does NCS make me feel?
When I see Mum and Dad's faces as I tell them I'm cooking tonight, it's like, yes!
When I perform CPR and save that man's life, who cares if he's plastic? It's like, oh yeah.
When I realise I'm not scared of heights, I love them. It's like, woohoo!
In a word, NCS makes me feel unstoppable. Search NCS to find out more.
I've been thinking about car finance. You find a car, you get well excited. Then they give you the finance options. All two of them.
Good.
That's not an option. That's rubbish. It's time someone thought of a better way.
They have. Car Finance 24/7. They're independent, so they can search lots of lenders to try and find you the best deal.
Right. Well, that's better.
That's carfinance247.co.uk. Car Finance 24/7 is a broker, not a lender. Representative 27.4% APR.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade-quality building products. In February, we've got 15 litres of Leyland contract matte emulsion in brilliant white or magnolia for only £17.99 ex VAT. Now, that's a real deal. We've got even more real deals and thousands of products in stock at Selco Builders Warehouse. To find your nearest branch, go to selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Righty-ho, the Narcotics Anonymous number, although it says on the website it's 10 till midnight, back in the day it used to be 24 hours. It's always worth giving them a call, but that means they must be struggling a bit. 0300 999 1212. 0300 999 1212. Right, this is from Grant. It's time for...
Here's something you can do. Go to Amazon Album Review. You can read all about it, whether really good or really shivers down the microphone, or just bad production alone. It's someone who needs no introduction, but can you guess the right one?
Russell and Jay knows. The Gallagher and Coward knows. Not the Edmonds and Gordon knows. Maybe you guessed it, wasn't you? But many still don't know. Here's a clue. He built the church.
He built a church.
Open all the doors. And there's loads of people. He's handy with a hammer.
All right, it goes on for about another day. Thank you, Grant, for the parappa, the rapper style. You enjoyed that. Let's have another Nicky Knowles.
5 stars.
5 stars for Nicky Knowles' album, guys.
By Zach Blebby.
Zachy Blebby, baby.
Title?
Yep.
Makes me go all flushy.
Oy.
Eat your hearts out, Shane Ritchie, Bradley Walsh and John Craven. This is the real deal.
Here we go. Now we're in.
Wonderful stuff from the Thinking Woman's James Arthur.
Oh.
Hope there's a follow-up tour, because I'll be there with my gang. Oh, Nick, what a wonderful world it is. Any chance of a deluxe copy with extra tracks and a DVD? Perhaps Nick will team up with Catherine Jenkins and give us a few operatic arias next time. Shivless.
That's what we need.
Perhaps he could be the next James Bond. He could write and sing the theme tune too.
Bless him. He must be. I mean, I know he's got bigger things to worry about now, but he must be gutted, or not.
He made a record.
It's over. It's not out yet. Wait for my version of Despacito, and then it's coming out. But
he made a record. He made a pop video. He was all over the morning and mid-morning shows for a good 2 weeks.
Good shows.
And he was being a pop star.
Yep, good for him. Speaking of pop stars, it's our very own pop star. It's Nigel from Maidstone. Good evening, Nigel.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Nigel.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
I think he should do one with me.
You'd like to do one with Nicky Knowles?
Yeah.
What would you sing with him?
I don't know. Probably one of his songs, perhaps.
Okay.
One of his songs.
Funny answer. What have you got for us tonight? You feeling a bit better, Nigel? You were a bit worried yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, I took my antidepressant tablet today in just after midday.
Okay.
And I feel a lot tireder. They do make you very tired, don't they?
Some of them do, some of them don't. When has the doctor told you should take it?
Bedtime.
Right. Well, the ones you're supposed to take at bed. Yeah, the ones you're supposed to take at bedtime make you sleepy. Yeah. So I'd take it.
No, it didn't make me sleepy for about 6 hours after. 6 hours after I took it.
Well, then maybe
it made me sleepy.
Maybe you were just sleepy then.
No, but it catches up with you later, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. Does it? 6 hours is quite a long time.
Well, I took it at 2 o'clock.
Right.
And I didn't get the effects till about 7.
Okay. Well,
so quite a long time.
Nigel, I'm assuming you're going to want to do one of your songs for us.
Well, I was going to do a Miley Cyrus song, but I thought I'm always doing those, aren't I?
Yeah.
Miley
Well,
Cyrus.
I tell you what, you think about what you're going to do, and we'll come back to you.
I've got one ready.
Tough, we haven't got time. We'll come back to you after the news.
After the news?
Yes?
After the news, okay.
This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
No thanks tonight. We've had on
Talk Radio.
Yeah, no thanks tonight.
We'll get you talking.
Now's the time to upgrade your old clubs for new. The original double value trade-in is back at American Golf with stock of all the latest brands, impartial advice and free no obligation custom fitting. Now's the time to double the value of your existing clubs when you trade in for new. The double value trade-in at American Golf. We exist to improve your game. With over 120 stores nationwide, find your nearest store now at americangolf.co.uk. Conditions apply.
Over 1,000 quality used vans and savings of up to £1,000. It can only mean one thing.
What's that coming over the hill? Van Monster. Van Monster.
In the Van Monster sale, there's every van for every job with 6 months warranty, flexible finance options, and now savings of up to £1,000. With branches across the UK, find your Monster saving today at vanmonster.com. Representative 13.9% APR.
You started your business with courage, a bold step to do things your way. When it gets tough, it's your restless determination that keeps it going. We get it, because we're restless too. Running a business isn't easy, but with AXA, protecting it is. Imagine tailoring your insurance to your needs. Whether you're a plumber or an accountant, we can help you choose the cover that helps you take on tomorrow. Search AXA Business Stories. We're restless for a reason. Terms and conditions apply.
Right now at Homebase, all Crown 2.5 litre standard coloured emulsion is just £2 for £22. Homebase, always your home, always low prices. In-store only, excludes pure brilliant white and clearance outlets.
I'm there as she's rushed down the corridor of A&E. Her blooded hands are hanging limp from the side of the hospital bed. She desperately needs a transfusion. She keeps asking for her fiancé. We turn the corner, and I'm here, finally, in the snack aisle. I pick up a selection of crisps before realising that I forgot the potatoes. Back to the fruit and veg aisle it is then. As a blood donor, you can save someone's life while going about yours. Register at blood.co.uk. Shh.
Hi.
Happy birthday, Fabulous! It's Fabulous Magazine's 10th birthday all this month. To celebrate, we're bringing you exclusive celeb interviews, including Mylene Klass and Emma Willis, and giving away thousands of pounds worth of prizes. Pick up Fabulous Magazine with The Sun on Sunday this weekend.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
It's midnight. I'm Simon Morgan. Donald Trump has arrived in Parkland in Florida to meet victims of the latest school shooting in America. The FBI has admitted it did not follow up a specific tip-off about the suspected gunman Nicholas Cruz. 17 students and teachers were shot dead. Classmate Jacqueline Corrin was asked to tutor him in maths.
I went to go to his classroom and he just proceeded to call me incredibly horrific words that I haven't even ever heard of for no reason when I was just trying to help him. And so I went back to my teacher and I reported him for bullying, and here he is 5 years later,
13 Russians have been charged with interfering in the 2016 US presidential election. They're accused of using bogus social media postings and adverts to sway political opinion. It's understood a convicted serial killer has confessed to the murder of a British woman in France 27 years ago. Joanna Parish from Gloucestershire was found dead in a river in Auxerre in 1990. The 20-year-old had been raped and strangled. The German Chancellor thinks any Brexit deal should strike a balance to ensure the UK diverges from the single market, but keeps close economic ties too. Angela Merkel's been speaking after meeting Theresa May in Berlin.
First of all, let me say I'm not frustrated, just curious how the UK envisages this partnership. We are on the way to developing a vision of what Brexit would look like, and therefore look forward to Britain setting out its own vision.
The Prime Minister says she wants a Brexit deal which allows UK companies the maximum freedom to trade and operate within German markets. Chemicals used in everyday household products are now apparently a key contributor to air pollution. The studies examined volatile organic compounds found in things like cleaning sprays and paints. In sport, Roger Federer has broken yet another tennis record, becoming the oldest man to be ranked world number 1. And the weather for Saturday, most places will stay dry and bright. Parts of western and central England will be cloudier with light rain for a time. Wintry showers will continue in northwest Scotland.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have David Cassidy. I love David Cassidy. I'm fascinated by him. His own worst enemy. His own worst enemy. I've known people that have worked with him, and they've just said the arrogance of the man. The arrogance. But that was, do you know what, that was probably 2013, and I wonder if he was starting to get ill then. I wonder if the Alzheimer's was kicking in then. I don't know. I wouldn't like to guess, but I've heard arrogant man.
But also, it's that thing of getting everything you wished for. How old was he when he got really famous?
19. He's a kid.
Well, you're weird if you're not ruined by that.
But then also, this is the weird thing, because the Partridge Family were huge in the States, but David Cassidy was huge in the UK. The Partridge Family never really had any hits here, but David Cassidy's solo singles did. And in the UK, in the US, David Cassidy was nothing. The Partridge Family had like 18 months, and then that was it. And he gave up touring. I was reading this book. He gave up live concerts, kind of when he should really have doubled down and cashed in on them in about 1975, because at White City. Hello?
It's my stomach.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
At White City in London, a girl died, a fan died of a heart attack after being crushed at one of his concerts, and it freaked him out, and he said, and he didn't do concerts for years.
That'll do it.
For years after that. I find him fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And on a similar note, I find Nigel from Maidstone fascinating. Nigel, what would you like to sing us this evening, please?
The song Misty, the song Misty.
Nigel, would you play Misty for me?
Oof. Yes. Can I ask you something, Ian?
Yes?
I've been trying to... There was a band... I was in a pop video a few years ago on Channel 4.
Yes.
The band's called... The person's name was Jim Noir. Have you ever heard of him?
Jim Noir?
Jim Noir.
Jim Noir?
Oh, Noir.
Jim
Noir band.
Jim Moyer? That's Vic Reeves?
No, Noir. French. As in French.
And Jim Noir?
No, with an N at the beginning, Noir.
An N for November?
Yes.
Right, and what's the song? What's the song called?
Well, no, it's not a speaker. There was a programme on Channel 4, a documentary about the band, Jim Noir Band.
Yes.
And I'm in the film at the seaside, and there's a lot of me talking about the band. It's a documentary, like. And I tried to find it on YouTube, but I couldn't.
Okay.
I didn't know what to look for.
Well, if you knew the name of the show, that you could look for that.
Well, I don't know how to spell the name Noir properly. That might.
Well, if you're saying noir, it's N.
Noir. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean.
I did try it, but it.
Okay. Well, I've got no idea what you're talking about, so I can't help. I'm afraid, Nigel. Sorry,
I don't
dude.
think I'll find. I don't think I'll find it.
I won't with information as shoddy as that. So back to this. What are you going to sing tonight?
The song Misty.
Okay, go on then.
And you want me to far away? I'll start now. Here we go then.
Here we go.
Song Misty.
Okay. And do you know what, listeners? You deserve this. You're going to get the whole thing uninterrupted. The whole thing. No fade out, no cutting, nothing. Microphone's off. The listeners deserve this.
Look at me. I'm as helpless
You deserve
as
this.
a kitten up a tree.
Do his neighbours.
And I feel right singing to a crowd. I can understand. I get misty.
He's not a terrible singer.
Just holding your hand.
It just really annoys me. I find him so annoying.
Walk my way. And 1,000 violins begin to play. For it might be the sound of Donaro. That music I hear, the moment
Is he singing on both tracks?
Double
you can say that you're leading me on. Oh my God! But it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I know? That's why I'm following you.
Yeah.
On my own, should I wander through this wonderland all alone? Never knowing my right foot from my left, my head from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, should I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hand from my glove.
That's fucking tedious.
I'm too
It is a tedious
busy
song.
and too much in love.
That sounds like the end.
I get misty.
I get misty in my pants.
Too much in love.
The
end. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Next time, can you do a fast one?
Can you hear me? Am I back on air again?
You were on air for the whole thing, for the first time ever on my rank. Next time, can we have fast one?
Sorry.
Next time, can we have a fast one? Because I don't like ballads.
Oh, well, not tonight, because I've just done... You can't do... You're not allowed to sing twice, are you?
Yeah, if you can do us a fast one, we'll do it now.
I'll have to find one, because I haven't... I've only got Whitney Houston ones, and...
Yeah, fine. Honestly, my listeners deserve it tonight. Let's do another one.
Well, can I call you back then?
You won't call us back, though, Nigel.
Well, I can't find it in a few seconds. I have to look through my CDs.
All right, you promise you'll call us back?
Yes.
All right, we'll speak.
When I find something in the 5 minutes.
All right, be as quick as you can. We'll be waiting for you. We won't do anything until you come back.
But what sort of thing do you want me
fast.
to do?
I want something that's this fast. 1, 2.
I don't know if I've got anything I don't think I've got anything like that.
That's about 120 BPM. Something fast, something up tempo. I don't like ballads.
No, but you played that though. They played that. You heard that one though, didn't you?
Yes.
You heard that one?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll try and find you something in a minute then. Okay. I'll get back to you.
Thanks very much. We're not going to do anything until you come back. I promise. We're not taking. I know you don't listen to the show. We're not going to take any calls or anything. We'll play some adverts.
As quick as I can. I'll be as quick as I can.
Okay. Thank you, Nigel. Right, we'll go to the adverts and then we'll just wait for Nigel. There you go.
Talk Radio, digital debate for the UK.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Hey, this is Jody. Sorry you can't get through. Why don't you leave your name?
Yeah.
Back to you.
Jody, whoever's done this knows who I am to you. He knows me. I don't know if you're anywhere near or if I'm anywhere nearer to you, but I am coming for you. I promise.
Taking a turn.
Whatever it takes.
End of message. Save Me. All episodes available February 28th on Sky Atlantic. Sometimes knowing what to do with your savings can be a little confusing. But with NS&I, you can relax because our new fixed-rate guaranteed growth bonds and guaranteed income bonds give you returns that are guaranteed. You can invest from £500 up to £1 million in each issue for 1 or 3 years. And because we're backed by HM Treasury, every pound is 100% secure. Enjoy peace of mind at nsandi.com. NS&I. Safer savings set you free.
Listen up, friends. At Tesco Mobile, we've boosted our £10 pay-as-you-go rocket pack from 2 gigabytes to a brilliant 3 gigabytes of data, plus 500 minutes and 5,000 texts. So you can play more, post more, and watch more. For your SIM, go online or in-store. Smile. You're on Tesco Mobile.
Rocket pack expires after 1 month. Requires Tesco Mobile or unlock 4G phone minutes. Text to standard UK landline and mobiles. Includes EU roaming. T's and C's apply.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
We are waiting for Nigel to call back and sing a second song. Now, he's promised he'll call back, so we are going to wait.
What were the BPMs you gave him?
It was about 120.
All right, 120.
Dylan's bored. On Twitter, Dylan is a young lad. I'm glad I didn't reply with abuse. He's. I wonder what.
Should be in bed. What time's Live and Kicking on in the morning? You'll miss it.
Why has a kid got a telephone number?
I don't know. I'm not sure you should be putting it on Tinternet.
No, I'm going to give it a call.
I'm getting questions about umbrellas. What do you do if it blows inside out?
Sorry, the mobile you're calling isn't available at the moment.
Right.
But if you like, we...
I tried to call you. She just tuned in. We're waiting for Nigel to call back for his... Hey, Nigel!
This is mad, mate. This is mad. I've had to learn a song in 2 seconds.
What is it? Is it up tempo?
Yes, it's Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody.
Nigel!
Yes.
Now this is a tune. Do it. Turn our microphones off. Let's have it.
I'm just doing the chorus, basically, because I don't know the words yet. But I'll do my best. Hello? Yeah.
Right, microphones up. Just do it, Nigel.
I'll do it, okay.
And do that. You've got to do the whole song.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
He's never heard this song before,
Yeah,
has he?
yeah.
No, not at all.
Oh, yeah.
How's he managing to make it slow?
And the sun begins to fade.
The sun begins to fade. Chase away my blues
He's not learning the song, he's just copying it.
He learns the chorus.
Yeah.
He's just jamming. He's supposed to be invited up on stage by Whitney. He didn't know. He's jamming.
When the night is gone, my loneliness goes. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Yeah, I wanna live the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. Someone who nerves me.
Nerves me?
Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. Somebody who loves me, yeah. Ooh.
This is truly fucking awful.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear Whitney's grave turning. Poor Whitney. She's
Days through the town.
And I find the
Feeling down. I need a man that takes a chance on me.
Yes, you
when
do.
The night is gone, my loneliness
This is good. This is good. Get him to do two.
Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. Somebody who loves me. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. Somebody who loves me. Ooh.
There we go.
Hey.
Hello.
There you go, mate. That was all right. That was much better. I prefer the up. I prefer the up tempo stuff to the ballads.
That one, you mean?
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
Did you hear it, all of it then?
Yes.
I don't know all the words.
We
because
noticed.
I've never sung it before.
No, but you did a great job. You were jamming. It's like Whitney saw you in the crowd at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
She got you up on stage. Embarrassing for you because you don't know the song, but you styled it out.
Yeah, it was difficult to do if we don't know the words, isn't it? I know the tune, but I don't know the words. But the chorus was all right, wasn't it?
It was more than all right, mate. It was absolutely Boston.
Oh, thank you very much. That means that I can sing anything really if I put my mind to it.
It does. I'd love to hear you do a heavy metal song. Punk. I'd love to hear you say, hear you sing "God Save the Queen" by the Sex Pistols, a little bit of punk rock.
I probably could if I tried.
You probably could. I'd love to hear it.
You don't know until you try. Anyway.
Well, thanks for that, Nigel.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Would it be on YouTube?
Yeah, somewhere. Somewhere.
The recording might come up on YouTube.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, has Catherine seen my video on Golden Years, Talk Sport the Golden Years?
No, neither of us have, and we won't, but thank you for bringing it up, mate.
Okay, then.
Take care.
Then.
Bye-bye. Bye. Let's go to New York City, the home of entertainment. Good evening, Matt.
I have to follow that?
I know, yeah. Yeah, you have to, mate. Go on. Follow it. Do it.
No pressure whatsoever.
Do it.
No pressure whatsoever. Hang on, let me get my CDs out and I'll sing a song.
No!
Hey,
Go on, we got...
All right, I have a joke for you then. How would you like that?
Oh, jeez, I hate jokes.
Yeah, I know. Hey, actually, I'm calling to follow up on your Toronto trip that you guys took and wanted to see how you guys have been enjoying the city.
Oh,
since your flight last night.
Yeah.
So good and so connected.
We are still in Toronto.
Yeah?
Yep.
We're in
Where have you... I spend a lot of time there a year, so I'm very familiar with the town, so I'm curious of where you have been spending your day so far.
We have been to the High Street.
The aquarium.
Yeah.
The aquarium.
The aquarium. It's nice.
We saw the river. And we saw the river in Toronto. Yes, mate. And then we're back at the market now. Listen, this is the market.
Bustling.
Yeah, the outdoor market. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's daytime. Because it's daytime here. It's not nighttime here. It might be nighttime in Britain, but it's certainly daytime here in Canada. God, it's a stupid idea.
Yeah, it's 7:22 in Great Britain in Toronto right now. Yeah, okay. Where's the river at? By the way, that I'm not familiar with.
The river in Toronto.
Yeah, there's a big Great Lake, a freshwater lake, but the river I'm not too familiar with.
Well, how do you think? All right, mate. Where does the lake get its water from? You think you're so clever?
It gets it from the river, which is actually towards Montreal and Ottawa City.
Yeah, that one. But we went to Don River and Black Creek.
Yeah, got it. Okay, like 250 kilometers away. Got it. Yeah, you guys did that in a day. That's brilliant.
We didn't time travel. We got a helicopter, which is
helicopter. Wow.
Yeah, you say wow like I've never. Oh, helicopter. No. Yeah, I got a helicopter, mate. I got jungle money to burn.
We got resources.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I got jungle money.
Yeah, I forgot all of that.
So we spaffed it on a helicopter.
Well, good for you. I'm glad. When do you guys fly back? Because I'm right down the street. I can come down and visit. So just let me know.
You're about 200. You're about 250 kilometers away. You won't make it because you can't afford a helicopter. You'll have to go in a yellow taxi cab.
No.
Yep.
Okay, now that's an offensive American accent right there.
That's an offensive American accent right there.
Okay, you can hang up on me now. I'm done.
Okay, thanks very much indeed.
He asked you to end him.
I'll be honest, this last hour has been... it was only 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
This last 25 minutes has been the longest 2 hours of this show. Very strange vibe. Very strange vibe.
I think that Nigel slowed it down with Misty.
Oh, yeah, baby!
Oh, dear.
I just don't care anymore. I just don't know what to do with myself. Oh, yeah. This is a story that I've not read, but I read the headline, so...
That'll do.
I feel a cold coming on.
It's sitting in this fridge. Can I turn it up?
No. The air conditioner is working for the first time in 6 months. We're going to keep it cold. Trapped 3 days in sewer rat at Romford. Shawshank Redemption. A dishevelled man was rescued after 3 days stuck in a sewer. Locals raised the alarm after hearing screams from a manhole cover in the middle of a road in Romford. The 48-year-old man was hauled out by police and then immediately asked, "Has anyone got a fag?" He claimed he'd crawled through tunnels about 8 feet underground for 72 hours. Rescuers found he had broken his heels.
Oh, my God, that's awful.
Is this incredible? The man is thought to have stumbled into a sewer, as he looked for shelter after a night drinking in the East London town. The entrance near South Street is about a mile from where he was discovered in Brentwood Road. Lingoff, 52, who witnessed the rescue, said, "He came out, lay on the ground and rambled on about this mental journey he'd been on for 3 days. It looked filthy. He's been in a sewer." Incredible. Sam Palmer, who works nearby, said, "First thing he did was ask for a cigarette. He looked dishevelled." I looked into the sewer. It wasn't standing height, so he must have been crawling through muck. Another shop worker said, "Everyone had heard this bloke yelling, but we couldn't work out where it was coming from." Eventually, the police found out. The tunnel network carries rainwater from roads straight to the River Rom in Toronto, in London. River Rom? Romford.
Romford.
There we go. An ambulance spokesman said, "We treated him at the scene for ankle injuries and exposure to cold temperatures and water." Thames Water said the man did not come into contact with toilet waste.
He broke his heels.
Well, this is what the pictures indicate. He fell down 8 feet, stumbles into surface water drainage and falls 8 feet. So that's when he'd break his heels. Day 2, heads northeast for a mile in freezing, filthy water.
God. In a
Day
tube.
3 is heard banging and screaming on a manhole cover.
You know, that's my idea of hell, that.
Is it?
I've been trapped underground.
Can I want someone to recreate that journey for me? Well, I hope he's well. Hope they can fix his feet, and then we'll get him on the show. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Mark, stay there. Come to you after this. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio.
Greetings, Earthlings. We come in peace. We wish to communicate with your leader. I'm Howard Hughes. Join me tomorrow night from 10 for a trip into the outer limits.
Untwist the lid on Talk Radio's specimen jar of the psychic, the supernatural, and the simply unexplainable.
The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. Tomorrow night from 10, Earth time, on Talk Radio.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Good evening, Mark.
Hello.
Hello, Mark. You're live on Talk Radio.
Hello. I was just wondering, because I've been listening for the last couple of hours, and this seems to be a kind of happy sort of groupie therapy type of thing. What do you do when your father has been diagnosed with terminal illness? Because I haven't got a clue.
Oh, mate. Well, first things first. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. How are you? How are you feeling? Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm a bit all over the place, really, because in some ways things are carrying on as normal.
Yeah.
And in other ways, I'm watching him slowly getting a bit weaker and weaker and stopping being able to do the things he loves doing. So, it's a bit rubbish.
Yeah, it's one of the...
The thing is, I know there are no answers to this.
No. No.
But I'm still looking for answers anyway.
I've been through it. I was told my dad was dying, and then he did. You know, I don't know how long you've been listening to the show for, but I didn't get on with my dad for a long time, and then I kind of made peace with him, and that was a really big thing. And then shortly after I'd made peace with him, he phoned me up and said, "Oh, I've got cancer, but I've got a year, so let's make the most of this year." And that was in November, and then he died in February. So we didn't have a year. And I know what you mean, going around and seeing him, he was a fat man, and going around and seeing him skinny, and when he took me out to the shops because he wanted to buy something. This is going to make me tear up. Look, he wanted to. No. This is good. This is good. This is good for both of us, brother. Because I'm sharing my stuff, and hopefully you'll get something out of it, and then we can talk about your dad, and you can cry as well. So we'll do what we'll work it out. But he only met my eldest son once, and he never met my youngest son because of stuff. And I remember him, he lived in Gloucester, and he took me out to Gloucester. He said, "I want to buy something for your boys." And so I drove him into town, and he had to go and get a mobility scooter. And he was 61, I guess. And he got a mobility scooter. And while he was sorting out the mobility scooter, he said, go and have a look down there. If you go and look down there, that's where Fred West's house was. And I thought, flipping heck, Dad. But seeing him using that, because he was always a big man, he was a fat man, and seeing, you know, him fragile and frail and yellow, because he was not very well, was tough, man. It was tough. And I'm only sharing that because I've been through it, and it's shit. And you know, everyone comes out the other side, and you know, everyone comes out the other side. What's going on with your dad, if you don't mind me asking?
So it's looking fairly like he's got motor neurone disease. He's not had his absolute diagnosis yet. Yeah. But like they seem pretty convinced it's that, you know, he's got all the symptoms and all the rest of it. He's just had some final tests. So it's the sort of thing where it's going to probably, you know, the sort of, I've been reading up about it, it's like 2 to 4 years is like the sort of, whatever it's called, the average expectancy.
Yeah.
And you know, reading up on it, you know how it's probably going to progress. Yeah. And what's probably going to happen. But it's just, I suppose it's like you say, it's just making the most of what time you have left, I guess, with your father.
How old is he?
He's 62.
That's nothing, is it? That's nothing. He's a boy.
No. Okay.
It's, mate, it's horrendous.
There's no answer.
No.
But, you know,
okay, let's see if I can come up with any, advice. What would I have done differently? What am I glad I did? Well, I'm glad I spent, you know, every time I got a phone call from my stepmom saying, maybe you should come down now, you know, went straight away. And I'm glad I did. And I took some time off work, and we'll go and sit with him, and you know, so I'm glad I did that. I think I would like to have spent some more time with him, even when he, you know, he wasn't particularly with it, because he was drugged up to the eyeballs on morphine. I tell you what I wish I'd done. I wish I'd spoken more about some of the choices that he made in his life. And I wish I'd asked him, because he made some really bad choices and he made some really good ones, and I'd like to have sat with him and spoken about some of those choices, and I'd like to have got his memories of me as a little boy, and what he remembered around that time that perhaps I don't remember. I guess I would have liked to have bathed in his wisdom and memories more. Yeah. Should have done that more. So, if I can give you anything, it's that. It's that.
I think, you know, anything anybody can offer me at the moment
also,
is you know, more than welcome.
Yeah, also don't... I imagine that you might have felt it, you might, if you haven't, you might feel it in the future. The overwhelming desire to try and do everything. And you can't do everything. And... you know, you've got to look after yourself as well. You know, don't make yourself ill. Do as much as you can and as much as you want. Don't feel guilty for looking after yourself and going home. Don't feel guilty if he phones you up and you don't answer the phone because you just don't fancy talking to him today because you've just got other stuff going on. Don't feel guilty about that. You know, you have to look after yourself as well. And he... as a father, I don't know if you're a dad or not, but as a father, and my mum says this to me, because my mum's got MS, and she said it to me, I never really bought it, but I know as a dad, if I got ill, I would want to see my boys. Of course I'd want to see my boys, but the most important thing to me is that my boys are having a happy, fulfilling, enriching life. Not, you know, not sitting with me all the time when I'm not very well. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just, you know, I really want to feel like I need to do something, but I think, you know, at the same time, I'm probably doing all I can do by just sort of being there, going out and seeing him and sit and chat and all that.
What else is there that you could do? Practically, what else is there that you could do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, though, isn't it? Your mind sort of just spins and spins out of control sometimes.
Well, of course it does. Catastrophises.
I think I always feel guilty now. I mean, even just talking to anybody else about it, because he's the one that's ill, but at the same time, I'm affected by that.
Well, it's his illness.
Me going around saying, "Oh, I'm affected by it," feels selfish. Like I'm making his illness about me.
But it's not. His illness is his journey, right? He is the only one that is going through that journey of having motor neurons disease, right? And that's his thing. Your journey is the pain and the responsibility and the effect that his illness is having on you. That's your journey, and it's you're entitled to feel pissed off, you're entitled to feel upset, you're entitled to feel depressed, you're entitled to feel angry with him, all of that stuff is natural, man.
Well, I'm not in any way angry with him, I just...
No.
Incredibly unfair, I think.
Yeah.
And that's life. I mean, life's not fair, is it?
Yeah.
And it never probably
Have
will.
you got, I don't know if you're married or have you got friends or family that you can share this stuff with? Because it's tough to carry this on your own.
Yeah. I like I say, I'm a little bit wary of putting it out there that I'm really, struggling with this, because it feels like it's, like I say, I don't know, making it more
just
about
very
me
quickly,
than
I
about
think Kath come in and say, I just want to say, but the people who love you won't see it like that. They won't see it the way that you think they will. You are entitled to have all of these feelings, because it's a big thing and it's a huge thing and it's a sad thing. People love you. They will be happy. I would imagine that you can confide in them. Kath, you want to say something?
I think it's really important that you do, in fact, because those relationships are what's going to stick around and help you through what happens next. You can't bear it all on your own. You've got to remember that. And, my family, we went through something similar. My husband's a very strong sort of person and ended up trying to carry a lot of the stuff on his own. And I was dying for him to... Bad choice of words, but I was dying for him to open up and talk to me about stuff, because, people around you can see what's happening to you, and they're waiting for you to talk to them about it. But you've got to look after yourself, and you've got to make sure you still got those relationships, in the long term. Don't cut yourself off.
And you can give us a call anytime, Mark. I don't know how long you've been listening to the show, but it is, we jokingly call it a drop-in centre for the lost, the lonely and bewildered. And normally it's silly and it's nonsense, and we talk about pop stars that you've had fights with. And just this week, actually, more so than we've had recently, we've had a lot of people phoning up who are just struggling for whatever reason, in the same way that you're struggling to just get through life. Maybe you're not struggling, maybe that's the wrong word, but we've had a few people this week.
We just had Valentine's Day, that's always a fun time for us.
Yeah, well, there you go. But so you can give it, and even if we're having a stupid show and we've got, pop guests in or whatever, you can always phone up and you'll have a place here to talk.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Good luck, Mark. I feel for you, brother. You said the perfect thing. It's not fair. It's not fair.
No.
It's not, is it? And it's horrendous. And I wish you and your family the best of luck.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. Everyone's going through something, man. What a call. Thank you, Mark. What a call. What a call. God dear. I do love the fact that people feel they can trust us to phone, because when he phoned up, I did think he was, for some reason I thought he was going to have a pop. I just felt there was something, and but I didn't expect him to unburden that. And I'm so
what
grateful.
It turned out to be was him feeling like he could drop his guard.
Yeah.
In that guard.
I thought you were going to say drop his guts then. I wouldn't approve of
well,
that. But we've had a few, and I love it. And I love the fact that we can, if Nigel's singing "I Want to Dance with Somebody," we can have a wonderful caller like Matt who's getting faux offended because I'm doing a New York accent, and then we go to a fella who's his dad is dying, and from what I got from him, he just feels lost. Bit lost.
We know I went to speak to some students this week.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about that and the difference between, doing a breakfast show and doing this show. And I think that relationship we have with the callers on this show, I mean, we had it a bit with breakfast. But
no, they were all idiots, called that show.
They weren't all idiots.
They were all idiots.
There are a couple of my favourites that never followed us, and I'm gutted about it. But anyway, remember Matt?
I do remember Matt, but
anyway.
You're talking about this guy as well.
Am I talking to myself
Yeah,
here?
I am.
I see you talking
I am.
about.
Who the hell is Ginger Baker? Dear. What a radio programme this is.
Hello, Luton. But it was, this time of night, it's intimate, but I also think that...
Sorry?
It is intimate.
All right, mate, calm down.
Okay, we can stay at your side of the desk, but what I'm saying is that it's, there's nothing else going on. It's when people feel most vulnerable.
I want to get deep. I want to get deep and intimate with my listeners.
Wow.
Can we have that as the strap?
One at a time. But also, I think making them laugh means that they trust us. I don't know why that is, but it's something powerful in the fact that we make them feel better sometimes.
By the way, next week we're giving out free drugs and alcohol to everybody that calls in. We should talk about that competition that we're doing.
Right.
0344 499 1000. We've got another 10-15 minutes. Then it's Martin Kellner. I meant to mention this earlier. Martin Kellner is on tonight and tomorrow night at 1 o'clock with all things bright and beautiful. But if you want to give us a call now, 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.
Dacia, a car company unlike others. I like that. Europe's fastest selling automotive brand. I like it. The Dacia Sandero, a What Car Award winner 6 straight years. Like that too. And it's yours from just $5,995. Very likeable. Read the glowing reviews at dacia.co.uk from our lovely customers. What's not to like? Seems more and more people are warming to the Dacia way. You'll like it too. At participating dealers only.
Brilliant from Pogba. Oh, Deli Ali on Dybala. Hazard skips past Messi. Here's Aguero.
With BT Sport, you'll see all 5 English teams still in the UEFA Champions League. It's free for 18 months with BT Infinity, now $24.99 a month. Search BT Broadband before the 22nd of February. Be there, BT Sport.
With BT Sport on Sky.
It's freezing,
18-month
actually.
contract, then $44.99 a month. Prices may change. New customers, 30 gigabytes usage. Direct debit terms apply.
There are so many reasons why I got into teaching.
One of the best things is the light bulb moment.
When you see a pupil suddenly understand something, that's really, really special.
Every child is so full of potential, and the thing that makes me proudest to be a teacher is seeing them realise what they are capable of. I don't think any other job can give you the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility. You've watched the Cold TV show, you've seen the controversial opera, you've read the best-selling book, and you've drunk the intoxicating aftershave. Now, check out the Jerry Springer Radio Show, right here only on Talk Radio. Join me, Jerry Springer, live on tape from a coffee shop in Kentucky, and enjoy the very best conversation, recreation, and just a little caffeination. It's tales, tunes, and tomfoolery on the Jerry Springer Radio Show.
Tomorrow morning from 6.
Only on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone. Give us a call more than that. We're here until 1 o'clock, so you can call us. And I really can't stress enough that you can call Martin Kellner after 1 o'clock. You know, you've got he's on 1 till 5. What's that? 3, 4? That's 4 hours. He's got 4 hours to fill, right? And I know it's late at night, but geez, man, phone him up drunk. Phone him up drunk and just start talking about. Is the moon? What is the moon made of? My favourite theory of the moon is a bit of Earth that was smashed off by a meteorite. Or so. Phone him up at 3 o'clock in the morning, stoned, and talk about that, or just phone him up and really, try and get to the meaning of life. That's what Through the Night Radio is for, as far as I'm concerned. And there's nowhere else that's doing it. Actually, there's one place that does it a bit quite well, 4 nights a week. Then the other nights, they've got a guy we used to work with.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, do you remember? Is it, I can't remember his name. Is it, somebody?
Yeah. Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Right, I caught that and I thought, gosh, this is...
Yeah. So you've got a real opportunity with Paul Ross through the week and with Martin Kellner at the weekend. You've got a real opportunity to create something unique and wonderful and beautiful that no one else is doing. So if you don't listen to Through the Nights, because we used to do lock-ins or it used to go to Talk Sport and you didn't like sport, you should honestly give it a crack. Give it a crack. Just have it on and leave. I have it on and fall asleep and then wake up again. So Martin Kellner will be on at 1 o'clock. Let me take this call. Hello, caller. You're on Talk Radio.
Right, hey, dude.
Hey, man, it sounds like Captain Beefheart.
Oh, fuck. We'll talk about it.
There we go. There you go. You lost your chance there, mate. You lost your chance there. Let's go to Gary. Good evening, Gary.
I hope you're all right.
You all right, Gary? Turn your radio off, mate, please.
I have done.
Thank you. Good lad. What you got for us?
Don't me, Gary. That's what you call me.
Okay. What have you got for us, Gary?
No, I was just checking in again. And my dad's in hospital and everything, and my mate's got cancer and all that. I just don't like it. I just want to check in and say I'm doing good.
So hang on. So your dad's in hospital?
He's in hospital for Alzheimer's dementia.
You told us this before, didn't you? Yes.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh gosh. People can make their own jokes at home. I wouldn't dare. How are you doing, Gary?
I'm all right, apart from shaking.
Yeah.
Just shaking at the moment.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing up at 12 minutes to 1?
I'm always up 12 minutes to 1 on the morning.
Yeah. Why? You can't sleep?
I can't sleep. No, I have insomnia and all that.
Yeah. It's a bugger.
It's a horrible thing.
It is a horrible thing. I'm sleeping less than I was because I'm cutting my meds, and I like sleeping. I love sleeping. Sorry?
Oh my God.
Who's that?
The mate in background. Just shut up, Chad.
Yeah, shut up. You've always got mates in the background being annoying.
I'm very popular.
Well, not. I'll be the judge of that.
All right.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? Are you going to listen to Martin Kellner after 1 o'clock? Why the phone's gone mental all of a sudden? Did I just say?
I don't know.
Something.
I might do.
Yeah, you should listen to
Might
Martin.
be all right.
You listen to Martin and give him... Oh, no.
I like James, like you, and like to Martin, give it a try.
Yeah, give Martin Kellner on at 1 o'clock. He's good, he is.
I will do. I'll try.
All right, mate. Do it. I bet you don't.
I bet I do.
I bet you don't.
I bet I do.
I bet you don't listen to him.
All right.
I've got a feeling you won't.
I bet I do, though.
All right, then. Prove me wrong.
I will do.
I'll be listening to him on the way back, and if I don't hear you ringing in, then I'll know that you lied.
All right, then.
Right, fine. It's a deal.
Right, this is a deal.
Thank you. Let's go to Dave. Listen, if I got to bully people into listening, I will bully people into listening.
Whatever works, man.
Whatever gets you through the night. Evening, Dave.
Evening. I had absolutely nothing to phone in about tonight until just now.
Yeah.
When you said that you like to listen when you're dropping off to sleep.
Yes.
And I was doing that last night.
Uh-oh.
And you were talking about nose trimmers, and then it just came back to my head.
Oh, man. Have you ever used one?
Yeah, I was phoning to reassure you.
Well, because plucking the hair...
They don't pluck.
Right, but plucking a nasal hair is the most painful thing in the world. It's more painful than childbirth, more painful than cracking your knee on a coffee table, more painful than a paper cut. But you're saying that the nose trimmers, it doesn't hurt? It's pain-free?
They don't pluck. They cut.
Oh, so you're putting rotating blades up the old schnozzle, are you?
Yep, and it just makes a sort of clicky noise, and if anything, it tickles.
It sounds quite pleasant. But did you... Right, here's the thing. I'd be too embarrassed to walk... I wouldn't even know... Where do I go and get them from? Boots, I guess. Would you get it from Boots?
I think I got mine off Amazon.
Oh, you don't need to go into shops for embarrassing stuff anymore. I remember that now.
Exactly.
Okay, so
talking of painful things.
Yeah.
The most painful thing I've ever felt was when I was much younger, and I was shaving, and I had a muscle spasm and cut a chunk out of my lip.
Ooh.
Buddy, bing bong, wowzers.
That was nasty.
I have nicked the bit where the lip connects to the face, on the bottom lip.
That's called your vermilion border.
Well, I've nicked my vermilion border, and that is the thing, but wowzers, you actually... My eldest son, was running around like an idiot in the kitchen, and we're going, don't run around, the floor's wet. He's running around, and he fell down, bang, face first, right? And he didn't get his hands out to stop him. He hit the floor with his face. He got up, there was a bit of blood, right? But a bit, but not a lot, right? And then a couple of minutes, then he went off and he was crying and stuff, and we comforted him. And then a couple of minutes later, I looked at his face, and I gently pulled his lip.
Oh, God.
His two front teeth had bitten through his lip, and there was a gap half an inch in his, just there, in his vermilion border. Half an inch, and you could put 2 fingers through it.
Oh my!
2 fingers through it. And here's the thing, right? Because we were conscious of not wanting to take the piss out of the NHS, and so my wife said to me, "Should we phone the NHS helpline?" Or I said, "I think we might have to take him to A&E. This looks quite serious. This looks quite serious." And you had to have an anaesthetic. Then they wanted to sew it up, but with a local anaesthetic. I was going, that ain't going to work. You can try it. It ain't going to work. So then we had to go to another hospital for a general... Oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Well, Dave, thanks for that.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much, mate. Let's go to Janie in Glasgow. Evening, Janie.
Hi there.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What you got? You're probably the last caller on this show tonight, although we might get another one in, we'll see. But plenty of time to call after 1 o'clock for Martin. What have you got for us, Janie?
Well, I just wanted to say I'm a relatively new listener.
Oh.
And I'm
Jungle.
enjoying...
Is it Jungle?
No, nothing to do with that, actually.
Oh, good for you. Well done. Thank you.
I don't watch that.
Neither do I. It's rubbish. But thank you. Good. Well done.
No, I became aware of you for other reasons, but I'm very impressed by the way you deal with certain callers who have various issues and addictions and things like that. I'm really, really impressed by that, and I've been really touched by a few of the recent calls. There was a guy last night had me in tears. And I've been thinking about him today and wondering how did he make it to work?
Yeah. That was Jim, wasn't it? Jim, yeah. That was some cool. And we've had we get them from time to time, Janie, because I talk quite openly about my depression, and I talk slightly more closedly about my issues with drugs and alcohol throughout the years. I never really go into much detail, but we've had a few calls throughout the time. But this last week we've had a lot of people who are struggling. Really have.
Yeah, and I think what happens is people hear it and it encourages more people to ring in and open up.
Yeah.
Which can only be a good thing, really.
Oh, exactly. No, totally. And I feel, Kath and I both feel honoured that people trust us enough that they feel they can phone us up and kind of spill their guts. How's everything going for you?
Absolutely.
Another one with minutes to go, with Martin Kellner assuming the position. Yep. Another one.
No. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm coping. Do you know what?
Go on.
I wanted to ask you one question,
yes.
and this is going to sound really petty.
Okay.
And I don't mean it to be.
Okay, but
earlier on,
yes,
I went to tune. I'd been watching something on TV, and I thought, I finished watching that. I'll tune into Iain Lee.
Yeah.
And before I tuned in, I thought, I'll check on Twitter and see what he's saying, see what the topics are.
Yeah.
You blocked me.
Oh, is that you? Oh, God. Right. Oh, God. This is embarrassing, isn't it? This is modern embarrassments. I know. I've got a feeling you said something that annoyed me.
Really?
Yeah. But then I couldn't see it when I went through your Twitter feed. So
right.
I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I've unblocked you. Yeah. I've got a very low threshold nowadays.
Oh, well, do you know, see, to be honest, I was thinking about it and I thought, Have I said something that is maybe misconstrued, or
maybe? Well, you need to speak better. Well, listen. Well, I've unblocked you now, so feel free to follow me, and yeah, there you go.
Oh well. Honestly, I certainly have never meant any.
All right, cool. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, what a lovely way to end the show, with peace and love. Janie, I've got to go because I'm desperate to hear what Martin's got on his show after 1 o'clock.
Of course.
See you later on. Ta-ta.
Take care, bye.
Were you yawning then?
No, I was just thinking to myself, I wish I'd prepared something, if you would. Do you do a lot of blocking? Do you block people on Twitter a lot?
I've got about 500 people blocked.
Really?
Well, because before I would engage with them, with people saying, oh, your show's rubbish, and I'd engage. And the one thing, one of the lessons I carried away with me after my time in Australia was, I'm not bothered. Someone says something I don't like, I block. Even if I'm not sure, they normally go on to warrant a blocking, so I just block. Block. I'm not having it. If they're rude about Kath, block. I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Well, fair enough. Well, we're talking to the Beatles hairdresser. The guy who cut the Beatles' hair from 67 to 75.
What? You're joking? I'm a huge Beatles obsessive, as I know you are.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Yeah, so this guy, he started off, he was working for Vidal Sassoon, and Jane Asher went in there, so he cut Jane Asher's hair, and she said, how do you like to cut my boyfriend's hair? And he said, yeah, I'll have a go at that. And he did it at the time, he didn't actually know that that was Paul McCartney.
How would you like? Well, was it Paul McCartney, or was it his replacement after Paul died?
No, it was. Yeah, well, Paul. That's right. It was about the time Paul died.
Yeah.
But yeah, she went round to St John's Wood, where he was living at the time, and cut Paul McCartney's hair.
Flipping heck! Yeah. Oh, look at that! That's I'm listening to that. You got 30 seconds. Give us some more. Give us some more stuff to keep people listening.
Well, we're also in LA live with Elaine Lipworth, who's going to be talking about the latest scandal involving Donald Trump, who just seems to be fireproof, really.
Yeah.
Week after week, something emerges. There's a big piece in the New Yorker about that. We're also talking to Sean Ingle, the Guardian's Sean Ingle in Pyeongchang, to find out how the Winter Olympics are going.
But forget those guys. Honestly, the Beatles hairdresser, dude. I'm listening to that, Martin. Well, you will be sticking around. You have to. You're contractually obliged. We'll be back on Monday at 10. Till then, stay tuned to Martin Kellner. Ta-ta.
Talk Radio. Join the Talk
Beatles hairdresser. Bloody hell, man. That honestly, stuff like that gets me
Try
so
before you buy.
excited. I love it.
That's what I always say. It's the only way to find out if you truly like something. That's what a Ford test drive is all about.
Yes, I did.
And in February, it's about saving money too.
I'm mentioning that book.
Because if you test drive a new Ford, you save £500 on the on-the-road price. Ford, together, we go further.
Test drive a Ford vehicle between 1st and 28th of February 2018 and receive a £500 customer saving, including VAT, on the recommended on-the-road price of selected new Ford cars contracted and registered between the 1st
I love it. It's a great book. No, we've emailed a few times, and I sent him some contacts for the Monkees, but I don't think they. I don't need that pen. I don't think they went for it. But no, it's a great book. Martin, have fun. What time is your Beatles hairdresser on?
We've already done it, but 2:05.
Mate, I'm there. Have a good one, mate. I'll see you later on. Good evening. Thank you, Sam.
Cheers. All yours. See you later. Have a good one, guys.
Beatles hairdresser. Good night, Periscopers.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.